comrades, today is July 17, 2025, and the current time is 8:24 p.m. We received notice that some comrades are suffering from Kita-san dependency syndrome. If you or a loved comrade are experiencing such syndromes, please reach out to your logistics liaison, who will take away your personal datapad and personal electronics from you. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
I absolutely can take it away. Oh, well, hold on. Let me take that off. You weren't supposed to see that. Hello, comrades. How are all of you doing on this fine evening? Ready for some gaming? We're going to play a game that I actually really enjoy, that I haven't played in quite some time. Personally, I actually love this game. It's actually one of my favorite factory-style games I've ever played. It combines RTS shenanigans with factory building, and I think it's a fantastic title. Have a good night. Wait, what? Am I muted? Oh. Okay, no, you're lying to me already. Like I was okay, fine. Let me also turn the music on in this game so that we can actually have some background noise. It's very crunchy of a game. Also, hello Wilhelm. Goodbye Wilhelm. Hi Kahila. Hi Ristin. Hi Krusty. Congrats to Marksman for being first. Also hi Hoovy. And I think that's everyone who said something so far. All right. Real quick before I get started, I said on Discord I was gonna give away some games at the top of the hour. Essentially, I have a whole bunch of Humble Bundle keys that I've been like sitting on like a dragon for far too long, and I should probably start unloading these keys before they expire. So basically what I'm gonna do is that at the top of the hour I'll probably put out like a command. Unfortunately the giveaway is only on Twitch because I don't have Nightbot set up on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you'll probably want to go to Twitch at some point when I announce it. And the way it'll work is I'll be like, hey, it's time for the raffle, and then you can decide if you want to join in or not. There'll be like a special word you have to say, and then if you do it, then you maybe get a chance. I did not get DMC, no. I did not get the DMC bundle. I do see it that it's still there, but I don't want to buy too many video games right now. I was supposed to buy Final Fantasy Rebirth when it was on sale just now, but I completely forgot to, so I have to wait until the next Steam sale. So it's been a bit of a mess so far, if that makes any sense. So, you know, that's just how it be. Anyways, how have all of you been? This is a game that I enjoy a lot. It is called Mindistry, and it is a game where you are an omnipotent drone robot thing as you try to take over or defeat these other robot things, and you build factories and stuff like that. Have you ever seen if you ever wanted Factorio that was more fast-paced and has a lot more, RTS elements to it? That's what this game is. For example, here am I, this tiny little robot thing, and here is my tiny little base, and its tiny little defenses, and it's basically oh geez, I'm going to be flicking let's switch to the other model today, because this one I'm going to be pressing a lot of buttons and I don't want to keep flicking outfits around like crazy. Anyways, hopefully you're all having a good evening. I actually enjoy this game a lot. It's been a while since I played it, so that's why we are touching it today. And hopefully you find this at least somewhat enjoyable, to the point where maybe some of you will consider buying it, because I actually do find this game to be one of the more enjoyable of this genre. Yeah, because I think what I need is, I can't build this, I need more graphite. I don't think there's any graphite on this map. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is enemies are going to spawn in, and I have to defend, apparently for 20 waves, which is not that bad. Especially because, like, early on, you can just kind of slap down a bunch of basic turrets, like these duos, and basically there's a lot of different turrets. You'll understand this soon. Watch, hold on. Imagine like this, right? So I'm going to build a row of turrets, like that. And then I have to build them, and then I have to supply them with resources. These things, for example, utilize copper. Where am I going to find copper? Whoa, look at this. There is copper right here. So I'm going to build, for example, miners that will dig that copper out. But wait, I have to assign it to these wonderful turrets. Well, that's where I'm going to put in things like, I think it's called a distributor, right? No, it's the router. Okay, I think it's routers. I think this is like the super baby way to do this, if I remember correctly. In my main save, I got pretty far, but in this one that we're doing now, which is like I'm more or less starting from the beginning, I didn't get too far. So it'll be interesting. So you can see like, oh, I've set up like a factory. See, now things are flowing in. These are getting ammunition. And that's basically how this game operates at its core. Right? And eventually enemies are going to spawn in here and we have to beat them back. And then these turrets are going to be the tool to do that. I don't know how to make this game faster. I thought there was a speed up function, but I might be wrong. What do you mean my TPS? Anyways, let's just, okay, what are the other turrets I have available? Oh yeah, look, see, there it is. Look at that one little babby. See? And that's how you do this. It's not a frame efficient way. It's a mod? Okay, got it. It's not a frame efficient way of ammo distribution. Is it not? Okay, well. Listen, it's probably fine. This is a very baby mission. It should be okay. Also, hello, Rushi. I'm assuming you're also an expert player of this game as well. Also, let me make sure I have YouTube chat. It's just a small little guy. Yeah, he is a little guy. And I am doing router chain because router chain is easy and I'm lazy right now. Listen, this is the early stages, okay? This is the baby missions. Okay, hails are... Okay, so scatters are the anti-air that fire lead, so I should probably at least slap down a few of these things. So let's at least get... 5 is probably fine. Main problem is I don't actually have a lot of lead. Oh, is that what happens? Okay, got it. I used to actually be pretty good at this. Like, I had entire blueprints memorized on how to build certain items. I was that obsessed playing this. Now, obviously, that's a time far long gone, and I don't have that ability anymore, but it is always interesting. The correct way... Okay, if anyone's wondering, the correct way that it's supposed to be done, it's usually something like this, right? So, hold on. If I remember correctly, there should be a copy-paste function. So you can do something like this where you, say, put like a... How do I do this? What's the... Okay, wait, what's the copy-paste button? Hold on, how do I do this again? Oh, it's F? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. There, that's a lot. That's technically the efficient way to do things. And then you can just pump it in like this, and then... like that. Hopefully this makes sense. I know, like, I'm glossing over a lot of information because it's been, like, it's a game that I've played a lot, so I'm at least very familiar with the mechanics. But if there's ever a point that you want me to slow down and let me explain what's happening, I'll let you know. Right now, the production changes in this stage are super basic and super baby, so that's why a lot of this really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get past this mission because this mission sucks, right? It's the most bare bones one. So that's why I'm trying to be like, all right, let's try to rip through this quickly, and then we can move on with our lives and go to the actual fun missions that are not this one. Do some speedrun? Listen, this is basically like we're speedrunning it, okay? More or less. I can even just call in the next batch here. What is this one? Wow, look how easy the... Oh, I died. Anyways, yeah, so if you die, bad things happen, so you probably don't want to die. Where is the extra... I need more lead. I don't know where the lead shows up on here. Where is the lead on this? It's actually been so... It's the basic baby. Okay, here's the lead. Okay, so I have to chain these over there. I need more lead. So basically, there's a lot of resources in this game. Right now, at the top, the only ones that matter are the first two, which are known as copper and lead. Is there a way to make the UI bigger so you can see it better? Here we go. I'm going to do this so that you all have an easier way to experience this. Okay, that UI scaling did not make it nearly as big as I thought it would. Let's make it even bigger. Oh wait, restart required. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to make this like accessible for you, the viewer, so give me 1 second. Let's reboot the game. Alright, let's reboot the game so you can see what's happening. Okay. Whenever I play games like this on stream, I try to make sure that the viewer is able to understand what's happening, because I know not everyone is a player of games like this. Okay, there we go, that's fine. Okay, so we'll reload our craters map. There we go. There you go. So now you can see the big numbers, and that's probably a lot easier to manage, right? Anyways, we're going to quickly grab a bit more lead so we can dump it in. So lead is the purple resource that you might see up there. Very standard stuff here. Trying to remember what the correct way to... that's probably fine. I can't really grab these super efficiently, so I'm just going to grab whatever I can. Because this is literally a baby base, is the best way to describe this. I more or less am starting at the beginning, because I apparently thought I had a save where I had a lot more stuff done, but that was on my phone and not on the actual PC version, so I am basically starting a brand new run, and we all get to suffer together. That's more or less what's happening. And granted, this is like a very simple early mission, so a lot of this doesn't matter. Mobile size UI, yeah. What is the mod recommendation? I was told you can import it, but the save I have is like an eternity ago, so I'm not sure if it's even valid still. Can I even build the bridge here? Oh, I might not have bridge unlocked. Oh, I don't think I have bridge unlocked. That's really funny. Okay, that sucks. Ooh, industry. Okay, if I look up this mod, am I going to be concerned? So do I have salvo? I played like multiplayer. Yeah, I have salvo unlocked, but I don't think there's graphite on this map. If I remember correctly, this map does not have graphite. Okay, hold on. How does this work again? Core database. Graphite is. Yeah, I don't have access to graphite because that would be the reason why. Yeah, because like I said, I think I did multiplayer. That's why I bought the PC version, so that I could play multiplayer with my friends. Ooh. Industry. I'm gonna Google this. I'm so concerned. I like how Google didn't even, like, give me an actual answer of what that was. Okay, what am I doing? Let's queue, and then let's fix this up a little bit. It's free? What do you mean it's free? Also, thank you, Zio Poser, for the resub. Industry is free. Yeah, it is a little weird, but it's a fun weird, right? Just trust in the experience. Also, yeah, I need to point out that the Steam version is paid, okay? The Steam version of this game, you do have to pay money for. Okay, it's not free as much as entertaining as that would be. So, that's why basically we have to pay for this. Isn't there a way to, like, auto-rebuild? I'm trying to remember what that function was. Maybe I'm imagining things, but I could have sworn that was a function. Okay, so if I remember how to do this correctly, it was something like, it's B. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me the mechanics, because again, it's been so long since I played this correctly. And I know whatever I'm doing is not efficient. Trust me, I'm well aware. But we're just trying to get the bare minimum done so we can get out of this accursed land. Alright, just press the next wave. I'm pretty sure I have access to Scorch. The biggest issue with Scorch, again, is there is this significant lack of graphite on this map. So, it all basically just comes down to, can I get graphite? And the unfortunate answer about this map is no. There is no graphite. Do I know the Scorch? I don't know any exploits. I play this game the way it's intended. And discover each other. I mean, hey, if it works, it works, right? I should probably seal this off, actually. Okay, let's seal this off. I think they try to go, like, point of resistance. Wait, really? Was there, like, a production chain for graphite? Hold on, it's been so long. See, when I played multiplayer with my friends, like, we figured that I got a lot of stuff. Okay, hold on. Graphite. Okay, wait, there was an entire production chain for this. How well was it? Okay, so if I remember correctly, it's if it's coal, it's probably a... Well, because you can get electricity. We have coal, and we have access to power plants. So... Combustion generator would generate electricity. What was the production chain for it? Multi-press, silicon, graphite press. Oh! Okay, got it. All right, I'm remembering this now. Got it. If we need graphite, hold on. We need graphite down into the main factory. So basically, all your resources have to go to the main factory, or your core, as it's called, and then you can do whatever you need to do with that. So if I need graphite, okay, if I remember correctly, the way this works is I need electricity. I apparently forgot to connect this, so what we'll do is we'll hook this line up into a graphite line. So graphite needs copper and... Okay, so we need coal. 2 coal creates 1 graphite, so I need to find coal, which thankfully there's a lot of it just randomly sitting around. So even this basic coal here, but I think we'll use it for power. It's been like a very long time since I actually played this, which is the crazy part. Honestly, though, like this early in the game, like this early in the game with all the stuff I have, I could probably just build a bunch of arcs and call it a day. In fact, that's what I'll probably do. Like, I don't think I need much else. Just build couple arcs, a slap down power node, and then slam down a combustion generator. Like maybe, I don't know, just slam down like 4 of these. Actually, oh, what's the correct way to do this? Erase this. Where's the distributor? I'm remembering. It's all coming back to me now. I'm suddenly like remembering how this nonsense operated. Yeah, because I think the way I did like super basic baby early power or something like this. Cancel that, cancel that. And then you can put another one here, and then you just run a set of mines, like 1, 2, 3, hook that into the distributor. There you go. Oops. Trust me, I'm going to be probably playing so poorly for the people who are experts at this game, but I hope that it's not going to be at least too detrimental to the experience. So I thought there was music in this game. Do I need to put in like actual gamer professional music? Let's put on some gamer music too. Ratios? No, you don't go with ratios, you go with vibes. The only ratios I remember were stuff like how to do silicon stuff. Is it RNG? Got it. Oh, I forgot they're like just going up there. Wow, easy. All right, let's rebuild everything. And then let's just seal this off. There we go. Easy enough. So, it's not the V8 beta. We're playing whatever's the official release. I am excited for the creeper enemy, though. I saw announcements of that, and I'm like, I want that. I used to play... what's that bloody game called? I used to play Creeper World back in the day. And when I saw like, oh yeah, so we're making this game, I was like, oh, tell me more about your game. That's supposed to be, what's it called? That's like, it's basically like a Creeper World mode, and I was like, oh, I want to know more. Okay, so if I remember, okay, so this needs 2 per second. How much can I pull out with this? I can pull out enough to make like half a graphite a second. That's pretty awful. The problem is I don't have the fancy drills, which is why this is so bad. Hey guys, certificate that's basically is there? I've not seen that. Like I said, I did multiplayer like with my friends, but I'm not gonna be doing multiplayer with randos. Is the main thing when it comes to a game like this. Let's just slap down the most bare bones of resources to get this going. I need my graphite press just to make a couple graphite. 2 should be... let's do this. I'll cancel that one. Let's see. So if I remember this correctly, if I just hook everything into here, you can probably build it like this, and then you can just put down a router, and then we'll connect them all together. Yeah, something like this is probably fine. Okay, got it. Because we don't actually generate that much metal or coal. Hello, Tarando Remigid. Why? There's a lot of YouTube people suddenly showing up. Am I getting finally popular on YouTube? Is the YouTube gods finally blessing me with people paying attention to me? Truly, if that's the case, that would be beautiful. Better yet, Factorio. I do like multiplayer Factorio when it's with friends. If it's with randos, I'm incredibly skeptical, so I don't do that. Probably slapped on a few batteries too. Forgot about that. There we go, because, yeah, they're not able to get enough coal here, which is expected. Let's just summon the next wave. Let's just get out of this wave area. I hate this area anyways. People want the OG, but you want me to be an OG-san? You want me to tell you about, video games or something? Oh, I died. Alright. Just rebuild everything. Oh, not there. Problem is, oh right, hold on. I should probably build the, bloody, what are they called? Where's the repair units? What are they called? Menders. Menders are really nice, yeah, because menders are cheap, and as long as you got the electricity for it, you can just keep pulse healing. There we go. Funny intended. Sure, I'm okay if you give me, like, funny commentary. I would just say try to avoid being like super backseaty is the only thing I would request. But if you want to tell me funny things, you are free to tell me whatever you want. Okay, so then I should be able to put one there. Okay, and then I should put one here. Build a bunch of fortresses. I don't like doing PvP in this game, quite frankly. I prefer the more casual, just base building shenanigans like this. I think that's what I find more enjoyable in this title. Okay, so they all have weapons. Oh, you know what I'm missing up here? I'm actually missing additional firepower. What is the issue here? It's the lack of coal, right? Yeah, so I think the batteries needed more. That's fine. We'll just slap down a few of these. This should be more than enough to handle most threats that come this way. Yeah. Alright, this basically solves itself. I'm not playing with any mods. This is full vanilla. I find vanilla for this actually more enjoyable. I've seen some of the mods. They seem kind of interesting. I know there's a bunch of overhaul ones that exist too. Spam bunches, scanners, scorches, fan feed them. Things like you can choose sectors 5 X. Really? I know that's the mission I have here. This mission is survive X waves. 0% damage under attack. Your base is under attack, my lord. Alright, let's also haul over all these things. Hi, Ray's hanging around. Oh, you know, I just realized. Oh, okay, I can use a junction, right? Okay, got it. Okay, so just trying to remember, like, I'm just trying to double check junctions work the way I remember them working. Okay, so if junctions work the way it should, I should be able to just cross certain streams like this so I can feed it through. I make a lot of spaghetti in this game. If you thought my Factorial spaghetti was bad, oh, you're in for a treat. I hope you like super spaghetti. Because this is the game where you can make the best of spaghetti. Yeah, this game is also faster paced, which I approve. Okay, I forgot to hook this up to power, which is also really bad. Actually, since I have resource... Oh, there's no sand on this map. Oh, there is sand on this map. So I should be able to build water. Because I should have access to metaglass. Oh, look how easy we're solving this. I get water. We could probably fill the arcs up with a lot of extra firepower, but it's so unnecessary. Where's my gasoline? Oh my goodness, these things just don't make that much. This is why you need graphite, because I'd like to build the pneumatic drills, which are faster, better, stronger, but I'm gonna need more coal. What in the world? Oh my goodness, it's not even hooked into the power grid. I thought I finished hooking them up, but I guess not. Okay. Please tell me this is working. What did I do wrong? Oh my god, am I... Wait, what? I have a few of the scrappers, or scatters, hanging around. I do need to build a few more, so I'll probably just slam down a small batch in the back here. Because scatters do have incredibly high... what's it called? Comically large AoEs. So as long as you can hook in the necessary requirements, you should be okay. So it's B, right? No, it's F. Okay, so it's F. I can probably just do something like this. Should be fine. Okay. Okay, there we go. And I should just be able to slap down a router here to get the extra. And it's in for some people who can't count for this bulb. Yeah, I mean, well, we don't have that right now. Factory output all. Oh! Factory output to all sides. Oh, Jesus. Okay, got it. Right, okay, so that doesn't work like this. Okay, so the way this should actually be built then is something like this. Hold on. Alright, I'm remembering, bit by bit, the intricacies of factory shenanigans. I forgot to turn on the throw thing. Hi, Invadave, how are you doing? How's your Minecraft nonsense going on? Okay, so if I remember this correctly, I can slap down silicon, so it'd have to be like... There was a way to do this. I can't remember the exact way, but we're gonna go with vibes. Just go with vibes for now until I can remember. Until I can suddenly remember how this works. Okay, there we go. Much better. All right. Oh, there. There we go. Apparently, new updates breaking stuff against Switch. Okay, got it. Okay. So. Well, I forgot this needed sand. This is graphite, right? Oh, this is silicon. Oh my goodness, I put the wrong one down. Nope, fully vanilla. Hello, Derek. No, we're fully vanilla in this run. I'm trying to remember how to play this bit by bit. Okay, so I need the graphite press. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be enough. There's our first set of graphite coming in. All right, perfect. That's what I love to see. Oh, I haven't been paying attention here. We should probably rebuild this. There we go. Few streamers, many enthusiasts, probably. Factorial looks weird. This is okay, listen, this is basically what if Factorial, but infinitely more violent, okay? That's what I enjoy about it. What's next? What is this? I don't remember what this one is. There should be enough arcs, right? Am I just not having enough electricity? The batteries are full stacked. Vendors are everywhere. Do I know something tragic? Sure. Tell me your tragic anime backstory. Your mom made cake and cookies. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this is. So much silica. Actually, I could probably actually increase the amount that... No, because these are just backlogged. They're going to be unbacklogged soon enough, unless I replace it with pneumatic drills, which is an option. Okay, so that should get even faster. Faster! But they're for students in Victoria. Oh, so she's got to say bye to her students. Oh, she's a teacher. I did not know that, actually. Frequent Death World. I've played Death World Factorial once or twice. I was not very good at it, so that's why I don't do it, like, anymore. Beautiful. I love it. Just rebuild the missing walls. I don't have titanium on this. I think this map does not actually have titanium, if I remember correctly. So I am restricted to copper. I think. Anyways, you can see basically, like, okay, you have to... So the general gameplay loop is you build your factories, you build your resource generators, you build your turrets, you build whatever defenses you need, and you fight off the bad guys. And you usually have a lot of funny different tools. Like right now, we've got some electrical turrets hanging around because we have the electricity to support it, but you also have access to things like flame turrets, wave turrets. You can even fill it with different resources. For example, you can throw in water. Perhaps you want to throw in oil. This industrialist looks weird. I am an industrialist. Okay, and then let's just call on the next wave. I just want to get out of this map. I want to go to the cooler maps. I hate craters, because craters is cool. It's the beginner map, basically. Oh, jeez, look at all that. All right, rebuild it. See? I'm good at this. I used to play this a lot. It's all coming back to me. I probably don't get the reference, though. Oh, yes, it's all coming back to me. Ripples, melt... Oh, I actually got really far into tech tree with my friends. It's kind of horrifying. Kind of cool, overturn, meltdown 3 minutes into the campaign, you simply can't compete. Listen, I'm not a speedrunner, okay? I've never speedrunned any actual game before. Quite frankly, I don't know if I want to. Feel like I would just be behind everyone in terms of how good they are. Which is why I don't do anything like that. But it's always occurred to me like, oh, what if I did become a speedrunner? What game would I speedrun? And you know what it would be? I would speedrun Fire Emblem. Alright, call in the next wave. The Guardian has arrived. Look at all those goobers all explode. Oh, jeez, yeah, there it is. Lamau, okay. I'd probably do real time. Alright. We did it. Look how easy that was. This music is actually a little loud. Let me lower it a bit. 17. I think 10% is probably fine. So you get the general idea, and you can see we've completed map 1. Now we can go to the world map and figure out where we should go next. Now that we've secured the craters, perhaps we would like to go to one... Let's see, what am I allowed to go to? The biomass synthesis facility. Okay. What else is here? Ground Zero is the basic baby map. That's right. Salt Flats, Frozen Forest. Okay. Yeah, so Ground Zero is your beginner map. That's right. It's coming back to me now. Yeah, I forgot that was map 2. Oh my goodness. What type of games I normally play? I mostly play strategy, RTS. Not really a lot of RTS nowadays. Primarily, colony city builders. RimWorld is probably the big one. Occasionally I dabble into other ones like Kenshi the other day, but I primarily play RimWorld and map painters, so Hearts of Iron, stuff like that. I haven't streamed Hearts of Iron or Paradox Game in quite some time, so... Okay, so let's see here. We need to set up bases so we can get all the resources that I need, right? I think that's how this works. So for example, I think you can go to Ground Zero, and this one is where you can gather a lot of these basic materials. And let's go to Salt Flats. I haven't been here in a while. Oh, I have been here. Wait. No, wait, I did do this before. Yeah, wait, no, I remember doing this. Hold up. I don't remember when I did this, but this definitely looks like my handiwork. Yo, yeah, this is my handiwork. What did I do? What was I on? My memories, I legitimately cannot remember when I did this. There was a legitimate reason for this. I cannot remember what it was. Oh, it was a base destruction map. I remember. This is a map, it was a base destruction map. And so I was basically slowly snaking up my defenses bit by bit so I could defeat the enemy base. That's what it was. It's coming back to me. I don't even know how to get you the save, honestly. It truly is a beautiful thing. Yeah, this is an enemy base destruction map. That's why it's so haphazardly scattered about and why there's like a bunch of random walls. Where's the export button? I don't... Oh. Give me 1 second. Let's see, if you want me to export it, I have to find a folder to dump it in. We'll drop it in here. The funny map. Okay. Hold on. One day I'll remember I'll stop accidentally possibly leaking personal details. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna dump it in Discord in games and board games channel. So that in case you're curious, I will dump it in there so you too can experience whatever abominable creation I've seen or created. Legitimately, this thing, like this map had a legitimate purpose. Wow, I even made surge alloy and blast compounds. I was so good at this. You see how good I am at this game? All right, where do I go now? I completely forgot this map was completed. Put a check mark on there. All right, let's go to another map. Let's go to... What's a fun map that seems interesting that I've not cleared yet? Let me ease back into the game. Are these just randomly generated maps? Also, there's another planet here. Look at this. Look at this funny little planet. I haven't done this one. Let's do... Have I done all of these? I would have done Ground Zero, right? Yeah, so I did do Ground Zero before. Because this is the most baby map of all. So this one's done. Alright, what's next? I definitely would have done Frozen Forest. Yep, Frozen Forest is completed. Okay, let's just go through these maps one at a time. Should I do... I guess we can do Ruinous Shores. Or I could do one of these, like, random blank tiles. I guess these are, like, interesting maps to take note of, so we should probably try to push our way to those icons. Capture the windswept islands to unlock the coastline. Let's go to Ruinous Shores. I'm sure this is fine. Alright, launching. What's my max capacity? I cannot... Oh, I'm only allowed 1,000... Wait, how do I do this? Okay, wait, let me think of this real quick. So, here's my tech tree. I must capture additional maps to unlock new resources. We have... There's a lot more technology in this than I remember. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, there's way more than I recall here. Alright, let's see. You know, let's go to Ruinous Shores. No. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Let's see if I know what I'm doing. Let's see if I can game like a gamer from the get-go. Or if I'm just gonna be completely screwed as soon as I land in here. Okay, let's figure out what we're doing first. So we need to first set up mines so we can get resources. That's first and foremost. That is number one. The core is in a very awkward spot. I don't like where they've dumped the core. Yeah, I do not like that core position, but we'll make it work. Okay, so let's quickly dump everything into the core. I think we can get away with maybe 2 lines. So probably like here's how we'll set it up. And then... yeah, this is a very awkward spot. It's fine. We'll make it work. Okay. Alright. What was the other thing I need to do for this? Okay, so... oh, hold on. I did promise that I would give away a game because I have a bunch of Steam keys I need to get rid of them. Also, have a good night, Hoovy. Rest well. Alright, so if you're... let's see, where's Nightbot? Where the bloody is this website? Because I need to figure out how this works. Alright, if you're on Twitch... I can't do this on YouTube right now. If you're willing to type in exclamation mark... glass. That's the keyword for this one. I'll probably do I'll pull entries in like 10 minutes. How about that? Basically, the choices include things like Deep Rock Galactic, or... what else do I have sitting around that I already own? There is... Dark Tide, Against the Storm, Jagged Alliance 3. I just have a whole bunch of random keys that I've been sitting on for some reason. Anyways, let's see, so... glass to enter. Okay, there's... I don't know how to pin my own messages on Twitch anymore. I can't even... okay, there we go. Wait, how do I pin this? Am I not allowed to pin messages? I don't have the option to pin. Thank you, Ray. I don't know why. I'm a professional streamer, I swear. Alright. I'm a professional streamer, I swear. What's the parallax spam? What do you mean? Parallax spam. Alright. So we got that sorted out. Okay, so I need to figure out where the enemies are spawning. I'm pretty sure they spawn in this top left corner. Let me double check. There was a legitimate reason. I just cannot remember the specifics of said reason. Don't worry. Alright, so yeah, that's... so they're gonna spawn in here. I think you just seal this off and they just kind of come down and you can fight them off in one of these locations. If I recall correctly. There is... there's copper here, so you probably force them into this corridor and you fight them here. So let's seal them off, because they will always try to find the path of whatever resistance. Let's go seal that off here. And then we'll seal this off here. We'll put turrets there later, but for the time being, I think as long as we can seal it off, we should be fine. We should be Gucci. Are you having fun looking at my horrible map? The map that of real gamers? There was a legitimate reason why those decisions were made, I swear to God. Okay, it doesn't seem like it. And I know it seems like a lot of times when I play games that I make bad decisions on purpose. Which, granted, sometimes I do. But there's usually a good reason for that, too. Oh, okay, got it. So you're just criticizing the rest of it, is what I'm hearing. There's probably not a lot of sectors on there. Alright, let's just quickly set up our defenses here. Okay, so scrap. I'm trying to remember, so scrap is only for scatters, right? I think yeah. Waves. Hails use graphite and silicon. Okay, got it. Hasn't been lost to sands. Exactly, it's been lost to the sands of time. So true. Okay, so we need to get duos up front. Once we get this sorted out, and then I'm gonna do the lazy thing. We're just gonna do router spam. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe we can't. Maybe not that far. Hold up. Let's line it up about here. Should be fine, and then we can just router spam this. I know people say don't do router spam. It's bad. Listen here. If it works, it works. You leave now, but you're back. All right, sounds good. Come back soon, Northmar. Alright, let's get that set up. Let's get the generic copper wall line set up as well. We'll get some menders here in a bit too, once these are all set up. Because again, we just have to survive the initial wave of one singular babby. Did you enjoy looking at the maps, or did you find them a little too cursed? I am enjoying this though. Like I said, I used to play this a lot, and actually I completely forgot about this game recently until one of my friends was like, hey, did you know Mindistry's having this thing? Would you like to think about it? So I was like, oh, okay. Let me look at that. And it was a Creeper update, and I was like, oh, I want to play that. Oh, right, I forgot I can dual layer this. This should be more than enough to handle anything early on. Okay. We're going to leave this to its devices. It should be more than enough to handle a single threat while we try to dump a bajillion more resources into the core, which is unfortunately located all the way down here, which makes it a little hard to get to. In fact, I'm going to give this one its own deposit point. Oh my goodness, it survived. What in the world? Hello. Where did you come from? Oh, they fly. Alright, I wasn't expecting flyers. Let's fix that up. I did not expect things to fly in here. So, because flyers ignore your walls, obviously, you need to make sure you have anti-air defenses to deal with them. The cheapest way to do that is just apply a lot of scrap to their faces, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Most of the flyers will probably come in this general area here, so we'll just get rid of some of this old derelict nonsense and replace it with more beautiful scatter turrets to get rid of anything that might fly over. Just like that should be good enough. And I know the other thing too, when people play this, is that they make a lot of templates and they're like, just copy paste my template and you'll win the game, Lamau. But we're not about that life. No, we're all about experiencing the way it's supposed to be. Also, do these turrets get any other... Okay, so you can dump liquids in here. Okay, so if I can get water, I can make these faster. That's fine. So I think the way I'm gonna set this up is we need some distance on these, so we'll do, I think, route. Okay, so the way it will look is something like this. So I should be able to just copy. Oh, I have to actually build it first. Okay, got it. Let's see. This next batch of enemies fly. Hopefully they don't. The other game that I was half considering playing. Okay, so they will try to shoot it down, but they will ignore it otherwise. Got it. Okay. Just follow. Well, thank you, Comrade. On YouTube, I assume? Wait. Have I reached 100 yet on YouTube? Oh my gosh, I hit 101 on YouTube. Finally. Thank you for the follow. Much of our subscription on YouTube. Finally, I hit 100 on YouTube. It's been an eternity, but it's finally happened. I appreciate it very, very much. Now I can brag on social media that I've reached pinnacle YouTube gaming. Oh, we need to get some vendors over here. Alright, so that's an easy solution. We need to get these anti-air turrets going soon too. Should be able to just do that. Oh, not that. Let's do... Oh, I see what I'm missing. So I need to go get this here. Should look like this. Perfect. And then, if I remember correctly, I should be able to press this to flip the schematic so we can make it look like this. Perfect. Okay, hello, Oria Nekonyan. Interesting name. Are you... Why? That's interesting how all of a sudden playing this game, of all things, is what suddenly summons people from the nether. Maybe I should play more... Maybe I should play more Weird Factory games. But hello there. Especially on YouTube, which is not a platform I'm normally on until very recently. Alright, let's get our scrap factory going. So this will essentially give us the necessary materials to power all of these. Oh my gosh, the core's under attack. Wait, what? What enemy did I miss? Did I miss one or two? Oh gosh. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, hold on. I know what's happening. Got it. Oh my goodness. I know what's happening. Okay, let's rebuild this. Okay, so first of all, it's the flyers. Second of all, I know exactly what's going on. I believe there's actually a second spawn point somewhere in the south here. I think it's like right around here. Yeah, there's a second spawn point, and that's where the flyers are coming in. So I just need to set up a... Well, just set up a defensive scrap line to deal with that. If I can figure out where the scrap is on this map. Here we go. So at the very least, we can shoot them down as they try to approach. Yeah. Perfect. Wasn't there also a way to upgrade my drone? I swear there was a way to do that, but I cannot remember. What is a multiplicative reconstructor? Upgrades inputted units to the 3rd tier. Oh, okay, so... Ground factories can make daggers, crawlers, and novas. The added reconstructors turn them into other stuff. Novas, pulsar. Okay, got it. Here we go. Okay, so to upgrade your core, you need 3K. So we're at a basic core. Core foundation is the better core. And then that upgrades us to a beta. And then that's what we need to get to. All right. Got it. It's all coming back to me bit by bit. All right, so now we're going to do scatters here. And then we'll do the usual tile, router, tile. There's got to be... I got to remember the hotkeys for this. I legitimately cannot remember the hotkeys. Okay, so 3-1, 3-2, 3... Okay, so 3-1. I am not going to remember these hotkeys. Come on. We gotta get set up before the next set of flyers come in. Anyways, I'm surprised how well YouTube's been going. I hope that me talking about YouTube too much isn't bothering people. I'm glad people are at least liking the platform. It's definitely an interesting, different audience, and my biggest complaint of YouTube has always been, like, visibility on that platform is, like, non-existent. It's like, good luck letting people find you in the first place. Alright, so... we see that they spawned in over there. They're gonna shoot that wall, but they're gonna ignore it. They're gonna basically skip everything and go down here. So what I need to do is probably push these walls back here. And they'll ignore shooting in that direction. Because this one's not gonna shoot here either. It will go only here. Okay, so they will spawn ground units in this direction as well. So that is something to keep in mind. So very quickly, let's just slam 2 of these down. Put a bunch of duos in front of it. And then they can handle that. Probably, hopefully. Come on. Alright. Cool. Good to know that I apparently died to these things. Okay, there we go. We need to find a better way to deal with this. This map is, I am remembering this map. This map requires you to, like, think quickly. Was how I remember this. So, for example, we can build... combustion generators. We have the minimum resources needed, though we will need to start mining lead out soon. Maybe that's just the easier solution for handling most of these problems. Hello, Normar. Welcome back, comrade. Let's fix this up real fast as I try to figure out how I'm gonna... what I need to do is set up an electric system, because I believe arcs can shoot air? No, it's ground only. What's the air one? Parallaxes? Parallaxes are the anti-air, but we don't have the resources for that yet. Got it. Okay. So there's the flyer. Will it actually fly through my scatters? They do, but it's not enough. Okay. So I'm understanding this. Yes, Krusty, hello. What am I doing again? Okay, so what I need to do is I need to set up the air defenses a little bit better. What am I doing again? Listen. You didn't come here for quality gameplay. You came here for a form of gameplay. I never said it was going to be good gameplay. It's tractor beam? Okay, got it. It's a tractor beam that I don't need right now. There we go. That's better. And then, perfect. And then I should be able to just grab this, drag it in here, drag this in here. And that will solve, that should in theory solve some of our early game defense woes. How many waves? 30 waves? Okay. Honestly, I think this is one of those games that if you're not into like rapid fire, you know, split-second decision making, it's probably not the game for you. Which is interesting. I think this game is really nice, but I also understand that having to think on your feet and coming up with solutions and watching your base get destroyed is generally not a fun thing. I know that's why people hated dealing with the biters in Factorio, and that's why some people straight up turn off biters. I don't blame anyone if they ever turn off biters in Factorio. Like, that stuff can be stressful to deal with if you're like a new player. Or someone who's just not very good at factory games, and you're being told, yeah, these insects will come in and they will just destroy everything you know and love. I get it. Okay, we gotta get these minerals into the core. It's the only reason we're doing this right now, so let's get that over there. With that much coal sitting around, I think we'll try to set up a small silicon factory. Let's actually make this a little neater. I want it, like, here. Okay. So far, everything seems to be mostly okay. I think one of our base areas is probably about to get smacked, so let's go over there and try to make sure it's okay. There we go. Just like that. And then let's... one more tile. Okay. So we have lead coming in. They destroyed everything, unfortunately, but that's fine. We can rebuild. Okay, so if we know it's ground units, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set up a small wall like this. We can set up a small barricade batch like this. And the usual, dump a bunch of routers and call it a day. Yeah, I definitely need to do the upgrade quickly so I can get faster. If I remember correctly, our build speed is slow because we have a very basic tier droid, and I think having a better droid would be a big benefit. However, that does require a bit of extra finagling of resources, so we'll try to do that. Let's see, so to get the next upgrade, I would need to have access to 3,000 copper, steel, and silicon. Silicon's gonna be the hard one, because that is graphite and sand. Now, there is a lot of sand on this map, and there's also a lot of coal. Where's the enemies? Said they spawned. Oh, we killed them, okay. So here's our basic defenses up here. These are mostly being ignored, which is exactly what we want. Alright, let's set up a silicon... Well, let's get graphite first. What are my power options? Solar panels require silicon, thermal generators require metaglass, which I don't bring with me. Differential generators. Steam generators would be pretty handy. Gets a lot more power than coal. Does require water. If you're able to build one of these things, you can produce up to 330 watts versus a standard combustion generator, which produces only 60 and still consumes a lot of coal. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We need power. This is power. We're just going to use this for our power for now, until we can get silicon going in large quantities or other resources. Something like this is probably correct. Yes, okay, so that's fine. And then I need to find a way to distribute this correctly between all the generators. Now, a generator uses how much coal per second? I am going back into my old habit of using ratios. So it uses half of a coal per second. These produce about 2 each, so 1, 2, okay, so I think I'm pretty sure I can just put a single distributor, and that's enough to kind of balance it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is enough to just balance out whatever we're trying to slap out here. It's not going to be a perfect ratio, but who cares? Let's get these all hooked in here. And we'll upgrade this later. My solution to everything is handle it later. Perfect, so that gets us the distribution. And then we can get combustion generators all around. So that gets us 7 combustion generators. As you can see, the mechanics are simple, but later on, this game does turn into an RTS where you have to start building devices. Oh, wait, I was supposed to do the giveaway, right? Okay. Congrats, Kahila. You're the only one who entered. What do you want? What do you want? I got Homeworld 3. There's Dark Tide. Hello, Tosh Vert, how are you doing? There's... What else we got here that I already own? The Callisto Protocol. Saints Row. Neo 2. Disco Elysium. There's a bunch of other stuff. What was the other one that I said? I should probably just have I should just have a list here. Hold on, let me quickly draw up a notepad list. You want Disco Elysium? Cool. All right, I'm gonna send you a key in a second if I can figure out where the thing went. I saw it earlier. Am I blind? Where'd it go? Like, your own industry and you have low problem parents. Ah, what, you don't have money? I assume? You can just download it on, like, itch.io. I think the game is free on that. If you're trying to get it on Steam, then yeah, you're gonna have to pay money. Where did Disco Elysium go? I swear I just saw it like 5 seconds ago. Hello, Magnar. Welcome to Factory Game Meets RTS. It's a pretty cool game. Highly recommend it. Love it. It's free to play, but if you want it on Steam, it is paid. I swear I saw Disco Elysium earlier. Where did it go? Am I blind? Where did the... Where did it go? I'm gonna find it. I know it's here somewhere. Point Campus, Midnight Fight Express, Metal, Forgotten City, Aces Adventures, Chivalry. Oh, here we go. Found it. It was next to Chivalry. Okay. I'm a DM you a key on Steam, Kahila. I can figure out. Ooh, here we go. Okay, I think this one's you. Have fun. Enjoy your game. We'll do the next key handout in like 40 minutes because I need to get rid of these keys. Anyways, yeah, this is called Mindistry. A little bit of a factory game, a little bit of an RTS, all mixed into one. It's a very interesting title. I highly recommend it if you're into this genre. If you're not into this genre, maybe it's not your type of thing, but I find it quite enjoyable. So right now, we are trying to set up some silicon, or some graphite manufactories, but we need power to do that. So I am quickly setting up a power grid to, you know, get kind of close to our base bit by bit. And then we'll set up some additional things. And we can also use this electricity, for example, to power our weapons. A lot of different things you can use with the power of electricity. Modern technology provides modern solutions to modern problems. It's beautiful, truly. Alright, so let's see if I remember how to do this correctly. So, I need silicon, or I need graphite. Graphite requires the usage of a graphite press. This uses 2 coal per second. Or, no, 1.33 coal per second. So, let's see. I'm not going to do the math for this because I'm lazy, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, so about 4 full stack, four fully consumed tiles will feed as necessary. Okay, so we have to leave that tile open, unfortunately, because that needs a way to escape. We need that tile open so we can actually move things around there. That's fine. Okay, so then we need to set up the graphite presses, which is 1, 2, 3. I'm not even gonna do the math here. The math doesn't matter. If it works, it works. Right. My solution is don't worry about the math. If you worry too much about the math, you're gonna be worried about too many other things that don't matter. Right, especially when you have turrets, when you have enemies coming in. They're already coming in. They're about to hit the wall. Hopefully they can survive. And then let's start hooking this up with copious amounts of coal. And then we can redistribute it as necessary. This is probably the dumb way of doing it. Let's not do it this way. It's fine. Let's do it. Let's do router, router, router. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then this can just directly feed off of that. That's fine. And then we got to get the rest of these resources hooked into the grid or into this factory line. There you go. You are now a Mindistry player. Through the sheer power of slapping down materials. Now I need to get this materials out of here. Thankfully, it's not too bad. This is why I had set this up the way I did earlier. Thankfully, this game has a lot of drag and drop shenanigans, so you can just drag the way you want it to look. And there's our graphite. I'm hearing violence. I think our front line may have struggled. Whoops. Alright, we might actually lose this, because I just realized the core was super low on HP. Oh my gosh. Wow, I did really bad. Holy cow. Was I that bad? There's no way I'm this bad at this game. Hold up. Hold up. There's no way I'm this bad. I can do this. I know exactly what I need to do. Oh, okay, cool. So it's all still here. Fantastic. So if you fail, at least it doesn't destroy your factory, so you can just rebuild everything. I think you do lose some of the stuff. It does get destroyed, technically. So we need to rebuild our power lines and everything. Which, annoying as it is not the end of the world. It's relatively cheap to just slap everything back down together. Yeah, I think sometimes it does get really bad. This time it was fine. Why is they actually just ran through here? Oh, you know why? Because it's fully sealed, so they don't go up here. They went up here instead. That's why. So I need to disincentivize them from flowing into this direction by making it extra thick. If you make it extra thick, they will not go there. They will always go through the path of least resistance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slap down a whole bunch of these beautiful things and make it really, really gross for them to try to push in. I know the other thing that people have is, like, they have schematics. Oh, I made schematics. Wait a second. So I did do all of this. My god, wait, so I actually had proper schematic. I did. Oh my god. It's like opening this game has opened me to, like, this ancient treasure trove of just, like, random schematics that I apparently made at one point, but I completely forgot about, and it's like, oh god. Look at these ancient tools that you once created, young Padawan. What are you gonna do with it? It's ominous. It's spooky. It's strange to see, I'll say that much. Isn't there also, like, an upgrade button? I need to look into that. Let me see real fast if there's just a button to do upgrades. Let's see. It is probably under controls. Follow, control, brake block, pick up cargo, rotate, rebuild. Okay, so there is not a mass upgrade button. That's fine. Oh, there is a screenshot button. Okay, I'll have to keep that one in mind too. I hope I'm not boring anyone with this game, but trust me, it does get really exciting when you start doing the RTS fights and you start having giant artillery turrets. It gets pretty intense. Alright, let's at least rebuild our other defenses here. So this one needs to get its connection back here. And this one needs to be rebuilt so we have anti-air defenses in this location. You know what, I think what we'll do, since we have so much scrap anyways, we'll just increase the amount of wacky... Oh, maybe not that one. Let's increase the amount of defenses we have here. So it's relatively cheap anyways to do this. So we'll do track. I mean, listen, it's up to you. Whatever you feel is the most appropriate for you to be able to experience the game. Do whatever you feel is necessary. I'm never here to judge. Right. I've done my fair share of, you know, game piracy in the day. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I should not advocate for it, but I also understand that, hey, sometimes people just don't have money. Especially if you're like a youngin'. You know, money's hard to come by. And I get it. I used to pirate games as a way to also kind of test drive games, and then eventually I often would just buy the game outright later on if I really enjoyed it. There we go, that's why we have scatters. Distributor's probably better, but again, for this early of a mission, for this like low tier of a mission, it doesn't really matter too much. If I was on a higher end mission, I would absolutely consider doing that. I just realized that these are not actually hooked in. What's that? Use big round receiver to make such characters, but not each other with one belt. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. There we go, this should be fine. Wait, where's the last enemy? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Apparently... I need to figure out what route these enemies are taking, because they just destroyed my entire coal mine. Okay, let's, I'd like to rebuild all that, please. I think we gotta just let the... Alright, let the fire burn through everything. We'll let this thing run its course. Trying to figure out like what route they took. I thought I set up my scatters correctly, but oh, this one got destroyed. Okay, that's why. My scatter wall got destroyed at some point, so I have to rebuild this nonsense. Got it. Got it. Alright, so we have 2 scatter walls. We'll put another one here, just temporary defenses. What is it this time? Okay, so ground units are flying in. Yeah, maybe you are going crazy. Maybe I am talking to the void. Alright, unfortunately we need to rebuild that so I can get my silicon factory, or my graphite factory up and running again. So that's fine. That functions. You know what? Since we have resources here, let's quickly slap down a few electric turrets. A couple arcs here should probably just be enough to handle anything. Air units would be a little bit of more of an issue. So that unit made it through, because that's a ground unit, but that's why we have the arcs. Listen. Ray would only smack me if she felt it was necessary. But that's not often, I'm sure, and that's totally not me saying that out of copium. Okay, so they just kind of walked past everything. Okay, so the arcs, there we go. That thing is still... Okay, that thing survived, actually, surprisingly well. Huh. Come on. There you go. These things don't have that much of a range. You know what's really funny? I am actually going to get Hot Pot tomorrow, amusingly enough. One of my friends is like, hey, you want to get Hot Pot? And I'm just like, yeah, I do. So I'm getting Hot Pot tomorrow. You can still buy the Daki, yes. You can absolutely buy the Daki. That is never going to go off sale. It is always available if for some reason you really want to buy the Daki. Don't feel pressured to, but if you do buy one, please take a photo. I want to see it. I like seeing people buying the Daki in person. It's exclamation mark Daki. Remind me, I gotta put that link on YouTube somewhere. I have not actually done that yet. It's exclamation mark Daki. I don't have any other merch. This is like literally the only merch I have. I'm not cool enough to have other merch. For those of you on YouTube, here's the link in case you are for some reason interested in looking at a Dakimakura of me. Trust me, it's very normal for people to have Dakis, right? I'm supposed to get one for my wife too, but I keep forgetting to do so. Maybe one day I'll do that. Don't worry, Ray, one day. Okay, what else am I missing to at least have... What else am I missing for just general base defense? Let me just see if I can pinpoint where the weakness is. Okay, so I'm gonna try going there. I can't believe I'm being replaced by... Oh, here's... Okay, this is where I messed up. Okay. I see what's happening. Okay. Let's shoot this... Okay, so I understand what's happening now. I see where I messed up. The Daki's... It's suffering. I know it's a little expensive. The problem is that that's just the cost that they have. I remember I was talking to the distributor one time, like how this works, and basically it's because they obviously have to make their cut, so that's why the Daki is a little pricey, because it's like 50 of those dollars goes to them, 25 goes to me, and then you still have to pay shipping on top of it, so it ends up being almost $100, which I know is really expensive for Dakimakura, so that's why I'm always just like, yeah, if you buy it, awesome, but don't feel pressured. I understand that the prices for merchandising are insane. I've seen some of those other VTuber products. They're kind of wacky. You know what would be really cool? I would love to have a plushie one day, but again, that's really expensive. You know what I need? I need a mascot. I have not figured out what kind of mascot I would have, and please, for the gods, don't say cat or Bashy. The VTuber sweat drinks? God. I would love to have a Fumo. I think a Fumo would be my ideal plushie, like... I think a Fumo would be my ideal plushie, merchandise. Unfortunately, those are incredibly expensive. Ray did give me a figure, that's true, so I do have that. Well, the main issue with, like, plushies is that if you... So the main... What was the company that does it? Makeship is the main company that does plushies. You typically need a min order of, like... I think you typically need a minimum order of 100. So you have to convince 100 people to pre-order your plushie before they will even make it. that is an incredibly tall order for a very small VTuber who does not have nearly that much of a following. And I'm pretty sure my entire factory thing is getting destroyed over there. So that's really the main... Okay, so I am forgetting that air units exist, and it's driving me nuts. I need to find an air solution for this. What I had... they're just bypassing the scrap turrets. Can you figure out where the other scrap that I can dump is? Alright, come on. Die already. Alright, where are they flying in from? Because they're just bypassing my scrap defenses, right? So there's one... Oh, because there's one here. So they're probably just flying in, like, here, which is the problem. Okay, so let's have an idea. Let's quickly go grab these. This is scrap, I believe. Okay, yeah, bare bones scrap. Let's slam this out here. Just so I have some basic defense turrets. Someone said distributor, and then... So we can make like a turret pod here. Something along the lines of... 1... Probably 2... 3, 4. I think this is how you can design it, right? If I remember correctly, so you can go 1, 2, 3. It doesn't line up correctly. Okay. They do? Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that's what they're attracted to. By 10. Giveaway key for... Yeah, that's also an option too. Like I said, it's one of those things that I'll think about in the future. Okay, so they completely... Oh, because they still went through that. I forgot to seal that off. Got it. Okay. I'm forgetting to seal off certain areas. I didn't get a chance to finish that sealant. Okay, I probably need to run power up here soon. Yeah. Okay, so what is happening here? So they destroyed this. Okay. Because there's no turrets over here for some reason, so... Slam out a few turrets here, just call it a day. Well, trust me, I'm trying to figure out how to quickly fix all my issues here. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so the air units are going down over here. What is this one? Ground units. Which, there's no more power, so they're using whatever's left in them. Okay. Got it. So as long as that stays safe. Okay. Just knock these out real fast. Oh, wait, hold on. I know what I can do real fast. One of these down. Okay. Okay, just gotta keep bare bones defenses until we can figure out what I need to do. And there's the flying units. The flyers do get destroyed if they get near the scatters. It's the ground units that's killing me. Okay, gotta kill this one, and then I have a solution. Okay. Here's my plan. First of all, that's fine. Let's rebuild this. Perfect. I know you can let them touch the distributor, but you're not going to have enough room because the distributors, the turrets are too big, right? So you need to give them space. You need to give the turrets a breathing room. Nanikore, hi Ranu, how was City Skylines? Did you city your skyline really good? Okay, so I need to seal this off now. Okay, let's seal this off. And then we'll seal it off here as well. Basically, we have to force the enemy to not take this route. I'm trying to force all the enemies into that southern route. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know the power area needs anti-air defense. That's my next big project, once I can get more of the... Once I can get more of the... What are they called? Scatters set up over here. For now, it functions. There is not a lot of scrap nearby, surprisingly. And my other option is a parallax, but I don't have the resources for that. Got through most of the post-patch. Deathwave. Oh, when was the last time you played that you had a Deathwave? Sounds like it's been a while if you had a Deathwave. Not gonna lie. Okay, so scrap is down here. Is there any other patches of scrap? Oh, okay, so they just went right through that. Hold up. They just broke through my little wall up there, so now they're coming in and they're hungry. Okay. You know what? I have an idea. I think I should just run power here. Hold on. It's gonna take a hot second, but if I can do this correctly... Yes, Garm. Good evening. Hello, local burb. How goes it? Okay, as long as it's all connected. And then I can just probably slap down a few arc turrets and call it a day. Okay, and then probably slap down a few arcs and menders, and should be fine. Let's do... Yeah, just fill it. Just fill this in. There we go. Oh wait, they have awful range, right? Then the latest patch caused another one. There's another patch. What kind of patch? What was in the patch? All right, good to know that some of the defenses are working, kind of. Okay. So why were they able to break down through here? Because I don't actually have anything set up down here yet. There is no defenses, so that's why they're able to just walk in through. That's fine. Okay. Hails use graphite. Okay, got it. You got a license. Did you actually order it? I appreciate you ordering it, Krusty. Send a photo when you order it. I want to see the photo. I'm always interested when people are like, yeah, so I bought your thing. And I was like, really? Tell me more. This map is actually kind of hard just because there's a lot of, Oh, not the Daki, got it. Okay. Okay, so that thing... Yep, okay, so they're just able to bypass that entire defensive line. Have you played this before, Ronnie? That appears poison some new bridges. I did see that the new... Okay, so I did play that patch. Okay, I didn't know if they had done, like, another patch is what I'm trying to say. Because, you know what still sucks about City Skylines 2? They're gonna keep delaying that DLC forever, which I am really sad about. Every time I'm like, maybe they'll finally update the game the way it's supposed to be. Nope, still waiting. We'll be waiting forever. Okay, I have an idea. There's actually so much scrap here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna kidnap the scrap. Oh, no, how do I not do that? Let's try these. We have just enough time to do this real fast, and let's quickly slap out a few additional pneumatic drills. Quickly knock these tiles out here. I'm surprised you haven't played Mindistry. Feels like the type of game that you would play, but maybe you're not a factory game person, in which case also understandable. Let's get this knocked out. We gotta get the fences. Do not build the bridge. Okay, perfect. So now we have scrap. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna... We're gonna use the scrap to set up like random turret pods here, and we can use them just scattered about. Because I'm not trying to be efficient, I'm trying to be successful. Efficiency is not my strategy right now. My strategy is, does it work, and does it keep us alive? If the answer is yes, then that's good enough for me. Okay, so we can get, here, so let's get a distributor right around here, and that should be enough to set up a couple scatters to protect ourselves. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like how this looks, that's why I'm doing it like this. I know you can attach it directly, but I'd rather not. There we go. I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so now I need to make sure scrap should be flowing in. Maybe we need to add a couple more scrap miners. Okay, so what is that's coming in? More ground troops are coming in that way. Now we do have arcs here, which we've not finished yet. Wait, you can use lead and... Wait. Oh. I forgot you can actually use lead in these. I'm sorry. Thank you. That would probably be important. Okay, these things are going in that direction. So these are actually just out of range. The hails... Could use graphite, silicon, pyrite. We don't have none of that. Scorches. Okay, so the hail would be the best option. The arcs are too short. Duos would work as well. Was it in general? Okay, let's take a look what you have posted in general. I am now curious what you mean. Ah, I am on the big TV. Got it. Have a good... Enjoy your dinner, Kahila. Rest well. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm still struggling a little bit with the fact that my damage is like these. I don't have a way to protect these. Actually, hold on. I can fit an arc in each of these real fast. There we go. So once they get close over here, then they can just be electrocuted to death. Okay. What sort of weapon should you have your colonists equipped with before you start your ground fighting mechanoids? I would recommend you have EMPs. Quite frankly, I think EMPs are the most important thing to have in situation like that. So as long as you got that, you'll be okay. But if you don't have EMPs, I don't know, have some high piercing weapon. Sniper rifles are usually fine, kind of, to help out. Okay, so yeah, there's. I definitely see the I see the holes in my defenses. All right, let's rebuild this. I know where I'm messing up. Okay, let's make sure everything is set up correctly. Okay, hold on. So they've already arrived. This is not sealed. That's the problem. That's why. So I need to force them to come the other way. That's a giant set of flying enemies. And wall got destroyed because I have a giant wall of scatters. Okay, and then the rest of them are flying towards my power system, but they also got destroyed. So the anti-air system works for now. You have bolt action rifles. Molotovs. Okay, so we discussed this on last time on stream, but Rimworld Molotovs are only good against mechanoids if you're playing combat extended. In vanilla, I believe they're significantly stronger against fire damage, so you have to use EMP to stun them and then basically bash them with whatever high piercing weapons you have available. I think that's how it works. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we can slam down arcs here. We need, okay, so the other thing too is I need to deny, I can't let them come in through this way. This is going to, that would be bad. And I think getting hails out would be nice too. Actually, hold on. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I could just do this. Wait a second. There's enough resources to do this here. In fact, I could replace this with pneumatics. I probably will replace these with pneumatic drills. Yeah, don't worry. That's why we're here to provide information where we can. Right? We're all here to help each other when we play video games, because we're not all good at video games. Okay, so then, if I remember correctly... Did I ever make a graphite? So I never made a graphite one, but I have a silicon one for some reason. Wait, can I fling silicon at enemies with the hail? I'm pretty sure you can, right? There's sand here. I might as well, right? So if I remember this correctly... let's see. How did this schematic work? Okay, so it takes one input of sand, one input of... Okay. Okay. Okay, right. So I remember how this works. Okay, so it takes one input of sand and one input of coal. Yeah, what's wrong with the pyrosite? Beta players experience pain timelines? What do you mean by experiencing pain? Are you playing like a beta version? Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is how you do this. Okay, so that will create that, and then I need to slap down a couple pneumatic drills to get sand. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Just do 4, 4, and then we'll draw the lines. Oh, I probably spelled it wrong then. You think I know how to spell words? Not those common knowledge that my English knowledge apparently is non-existent. Alright. I'm gonna do my favorite strategy. Maybe not there. Let's go connect into this. Yeah, like chittin', chitin'. There we go. Now we got hails. Oh, I forgot to hook this with power. Yeah, that's kind of important, isn't it? There we go. Now silicon comes home. What's over here? Interesting. Okay, so that is probably going to run into this wall. If not, they'll run to... Actually, I know where they're going to run to. They're going to run over here, which is not actually set up correctly. So let's quickly rebuild this. And because I'm lazy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Ready for some galaxy brain play? Hold on. It's called... You just make a wall, and you take a single line here, and you just put you just put routers everywhere. The solution to all of life's problems is add more routers. And then this one also needs to be rebuilt. There we go. At least we have a very bare bones defense, which is not going to work too well. Depends. I'm kind of curious which way they're going to take. So they will take the northern route because it's fully sealed off. So I do need to start setting up defenses here as well. Okay. I think that's all the enemies. Okay, I think the defenses are beginning to hold. I think what I'm doing is working. Isn't there a way to check your electricity? Like the whole network? Okay. So I am making more electricity than I'm using. That's good to see. Okay, got it. So I know this now. I am understanding. It's all coming back to me. My brain is expanding at rapid pace as I recall poor game mechanics. It's all coming back to me. This game must have like a very dedicated audience for such a niche game. I'm sorry if I'm not playing multiplayer or playing properly, but listen, you get what you get with me. Which is often low quality gameplay. I should probably just... What is that, runners? I'm kind of curious to see how these operate. Okay, they're kind of suicidal. I have all the tech. So I played this previously multiplayer with some friends. And so not single player. And I played this previously on my own personal time on my phone. So I guess all the technology that we researched together ended up on me having it unlocked on the main campaign. And so I basically started with a bunch of tech. So I was trying to basically get back up to speed, but I actually haven't touched this game in a very long time. And that's essentially why I have all this crazy stuff unlocked. I even had schematics. You should have seen... I'll show you one of the other maps that I did earlier that confused everyone because it was really funny to me when people were like, what in the world were you smoking? I swear, it made sense to me. It made sense to no one else. We'll pull out the salt flats after this because I think people want to see the salt flats. Feels fresh. It is fresh. It's a lot nicer than mobile, honestly, but, you know, play however you want to play. Let's just put on a bunch of menders here. No, so let me show you. So to emphasize, I played this previously with some friends, so I had a couple maps already so because of that, I got all the technology that we had unlocked together. When I went to my own personal run, I had all the technology, but I didn't have the resources, so I basically have a lot of the stuff. Here's the funniest map. It's called Salt Flats. There's a lot of just random snaking defenses because this was a base attack map or something like that. So you'll see things like here's a bunch of ripples scattered around, parallaxes, scatters, more scatters. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with the parallaxes? Does it confuse you, Krusty? Does it bother you? Okay. There's a lot of other random stuff here scattered about, but that's half the fun. So yeah, I was cooking something. I just don't think I was cooking very well. Down and left. You mean these? No, these are lancers. Where's the parallax? Oh, there is a parallax here. Or is there more? Man, I was cooking something fierce here. I was doing something real good here. I just don't remember what. Oh, here. These parallaxes? If they were disconnected, then they probably got attacked at some point, and I just never reconnected them. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think about it too much. They're all connected together. All part of the greater network of the greater good. It totally makes sense. I'll drink Havel, don't worry. I got fat water. Alright, let's go back to the actual map. Alright, 9 out of 15 waves completed. Alright, what I should do is actually take the leftover silicon and pipe it out of here, which is probably the most logical thing to do. But realistically, I'm too lazy. I'd prefer if I could build this stupid core foundation, but it would require way too much lead and copper and silicon. 2,000 silicon is a lot. Also, this is not even hooked up to power. I hope I'm not overburdening the electrical grid. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit more power. Seems like what we have right now is not enough to feed. So what I can do is I'm actually gonna disconnect here, and then I'm gonna take this connection And I'm gonna feed this into a brand new distributor with brand new combustion generators to maximize our electrical output. And then that will all connect together. Fling flyers, faster defense. Is that how that works? Listen, I don't know. If it works, okay. Where's the... Okay, 23 seconds to the next match. Okay, so we need to get silicon. I know, but I'm trying to be quick here. I'm not trying to be efficient. I'm just trying to get it to function. I need silicon in the core. I also need lead here. Can I just upgrade these? There's no easy way to upgrade these other than clicking all of them, which is super annoying. Okay, let's also upgrade this. Maybe if we make too much, I can extract some of this leftover coal for the other purposes, because I can't even use laser drills. Water extractors would be tempting too, because I don't have the resources. There we go. So we're actually silicon or graphite maxing here. So silicon would require, let's see. Yeah, because silicon needs coal plus sand. This seems good. Hold on, I think I'm gonna take this. Ah, you can see the enemy exploded. They couldn't break past my glorious defenses. I do have steam engines, I know. Steam power is a thing. Silicon, obviously, we need more of, but thankfully it's not too bad. I know there's a lot of water on this map, because it is an ocean map, yes. Alright, let's clear this out. I want room. Where is my schematic for silicon? Okay, so if I just slap one of these bad boys over here. I cannot remember if this was one of those expandable ones. I don't think it was, but I don't think we'd ever maximize this. Let's quickly slap this out here. So that's probably fine. Probably fine. Okay, so then I should be able to just go... Because I need titanium. There's no titanium on this map, so we can't even get the super cool belts. So the main problem with this is that this will absolutely belt max. And shoot, what was the trash item? Is it the incinerator? Incinerator vaporizes. Okay, so. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do, because apparently I'm digging out sand here. It should only be coal, right? Oh, I see why. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And let's just fix this. Wishing a heat wave go away that you're dealing with? What's the temperature you were talking about, Havel? How bad is it? How bad is the heat? Okay, so then I need sand. I'm pretty sure I can just go... I don't know how much I really need, but this is probably fine. Oh, the defenses down here are struggling. I want to see. We'll have to come back here and fix this up. This is looking not good. Okay. 85? Oh, jeez. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know. Stay hydrated. That's all I can suggest. I don't know what else I could possibly say, Havel, but I hope you are okay and not dying. Okay, so then I need to hook this into power. Which thankfully just goes right over here. Perfect, so now we are going to be graphite maxing, and now we can just drag this down into the main network, which, again, is going to just take a lot of time. Again, that's the main thing here. It just takes forever to build anything. Alright, that's fine. So let's, I think we'll keep it tight to the wall. Just like that. I usually like keeping it tight to the wall. It's weird hearing Northerners talk about hot stuff. What do you mean? Oh, I mean, I guess that's true. If you're from, like, a more tropical climate and you're just like, you see, back in my country, it's heat maxing all the time. I need to stop saying that. Ray yells at me that I say too many Zoomer words. I hate the fact that she's correct, but I can't deny whatever she says, because she's right. I live in Georgia. I live in Atlanta. I have a lot of friends who are from Atlanta. And I've been meaning to visit them at some point. I've just never gotten around to because I'm super lazy, and also I don't want to buy plane tickets. I figured if it's Georgia, you're either from, if you're on the internet and you're from Georgia, you're from Atlanta. If you're from anywhere else, I'm not gonna believe it. Atlanta or the Atlanta suburbs would be the only correct answer. Okay, how do I do this again? So I think I can do a bridge conveyor. Oh shit, how do I actually do this without crossing the streams? Oh shoot, I might hold on. Because, well, I could just do a bridge conveyor. It's gonna hook into here by accident. Let's get rid of this one. Probably don't need that one. There's places that aren't in Atlanta? I mean, yeah, you have, okay, yeah, I actually don't know what else is. I actually don't know what else is in Georgia besides Atlanta. Atlanta's like the only thing I know. Oh shoot, I forgot to fix that other section of the base. That's... might be a little late on that. I probably put that off for too long. Okay, let's not explode. Okay, let's rebuild this. Let's set up additional defenses here. Probably a couple arcs would do good. And... you're moving next to... oh, okay, interesting. I don't know what the Brave Stadium is, but I assume it's someplace where people do sports ball or other assorted activities along that manner. I don't play sports. Actually, I used to play sports. I'm at least aware what sports are. Mostly through HoloLive. Whether that's a good or bad thing is entirely up to personal interpretation. I hate to say that it's true. I'm joking. I know how sports work. That said, HoloLive or VTubers are a way to get me at least somewhat engaged in the concept of sports, which I would normally never care about. Beautiful. Look at how well those are working. Okay, so that's fine. The Hales are actually doing a really good job. I might just slap down a few more of them just because they seem to work really good. Bring a Daki to the game. Yeah, bring my Daki and then you can explain to them who I am, which is probably even more cursed. Yeah, I know Havel bought the Daki, and Havel sent a couple photos, and it was like, oh my god, it's beautiful to behold. You know, that artist still takes commissions. They actually don't get that much commissions, I'm surprised, because their art is really nice. I would totally recommend commissioning them one day if you're ever looking for a thing to commission. Don't worry, Ray, one day. Let's get pneumatic drills here so we can at least, Coal max. This isn't a cat. What do you mean cat? I don't see any cat ears on me. There's no cat ears. I'm very much a normal human. There we go. That should fix most of our power problems because I'm too lazy to get set up Steam. I guess we should set up Steam. Okay, so... wait, don't I have water extractors? Oh, I need metaglass. Oh, we don't have metaglass yet. But it's just sand, right? Metaglass is just sand. Right? Lead and sand creates metaglass. Okay, got it. Okay, I have to switch models now. Hold on. Yeah. Small cat ears, same. Oh god, is Ruby still a thing? Are they still making new Ruby episodes? I swear, I have not heard about Ruby in probably an eternity. And I used to care a lot about that series. Like I actually like watched that. I'll not say I watched it religiously, but I watched it quite a bit. And then at some point, I think I just stopped hearing about it. Almost like it just disappeared off the face of the earth, which is interesting. So I'm not sure whatever happened to Ruby. And I don't know if it's still a thing people care about or if it's just completely dead. This graphite line is actually not used. Oh, actually, I see what's actually merged here, which is really funny. So it's actually just eating up the resources. Better idea. I think if I replace it with a router, I think that allows it to evenly distribute. This is probably the worst thing I've ever done. Yeah. Is not the water extractor? Oh, okay. Got it. Well, regardless, I need glass. Wait, hold on. Mechanical pump requires metaglass. Okay, so I just need lead and sand, which thankfully there's a couple lead, a couple sand. Okay, we'll set it up here. Let's get rid of this. And apparently I had a metaglass blueprint, so I must have been a genius at some point and remembered to do this. So let's set it up like... I think the way this works, if you can believe it, is let's set up... Oh, gosh, a little too far. Let's set it up like 1, 2. Oh yeah, no, this was just like a super compact crisscross abomination. I think as long as this is the junction and router, so as long as you feed it into the junction, it works correctly. Oh no, like I said, you wanted quality gameplay? This is the wrong place for quality gameplay. This is where bad gameplay is born. Okay, this is where bad logistics are born. Okay, so I can't do that. We'll go here. Who calls it the zipper? Is that what it's called? Okay. Oh, I'm glad there's a name for it, so at least I don't have to remember the specific title. So, we built a zipper. Also, hello there, Imar. Let's hook this up real fast. Okay, that's a lot of things coming in here that I apparently was not prepared for. Okay, we may need to reevaluate our defenses. Did not expect them to come in through that easily. What's the game about? Basically, you like Factorio, you like your factory games. Imagine if your factory game had an RTS attached to it. That is the simplest way I'm going to describe this. Someone took an RTS, or took a factory game, and added a thing. It's fun. Until it's not feeding. I'll take a look in a second. I know what's happening. This area is also like really behind on defenses, and I need to upgrade this. It's a little too... Let's see, I could hook in the other stuff. Hold on. Well, let's hook in the extra graphite here. Let's hook in the extra graphite so I can just build a couple hails. Building a couple hails, honestly, will probably save this. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna put the hails. Where the enemies get too close. Where's the enemies? Okay. Because I know they typically go in this area. Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in hot. That graphite's taking a little too long. So unfortunately, I don't know. We'll have to just distract them. Let's distract them. I died. You're currently on ground zero. How is the ground zero map treating you? Or are you struggling? Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a case of... Hold on, wait a second. I have just enough time to slap down probably 2 arcs here. Maybe the arcs can do something. Okay, not quite. I didn't have time to set up the arcs. Okay. We'll let those enemies do their thing. We'll destroy them anyways. Let's go... Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, that's fine. We'll fix that in a second. Let's quickly go here. Slam down the zipper, and then let's build this out here. Against the walls, you'd spam them? Yeah, that was that ever a thing? I don't remember that. Maybe I played after that. Okay, so there, I was smart enough to add in just enough space to add this. Beautiful, okay. So there is our... Alright, we gotta hook this up to power. We gotta get steam power going. Okay. Okay, I think the grid... No, the grid has enough power. Oh, there's not enough lead flowing through. Got it. I see what's happening. Okay. So that's fine. Let's fix our defenses again before we keep getting run over, because we're getting run over every 5 seconds when I'm not paying attention. Okay, whatever. Let that be. Just, let that be. Let's fix this up. We need hails. God. I wasn't fast enough to build the hails. Whatever we can do. Just keep putting that hail down. This Ernstein Ministry's classic art style was so cute. I don't remember the classic art style, honestly. Beta version makes lots of mods become outdated. Why? I feel like this is a game you don't really need mods. I feel like this game is pretty solid on its own without it. But hey, if you like playing with mods, don't let me stop you. I play with mods in basically every other game I play, and it drives people absolutely bananas. Oh, it's very pixely, got it. I mean, hey, that's a cool vibe, too. The cool, like, retro aesthetic. That should die to the arcs. I'm not gonna install My Own Mindistry. I'm not gonna install a mod mid-run. Alright, I think we've managed to stabilize ourselves. I'm pretty sure whatever I'm doing right now will be enough. There's 36 enemies on the map. Holy cow. Yeah, we gotta build this quick now. Oh shoot, they blew up the silicon route. What happened? Oh, the power got disconnected again. That's why. It's always the power. Okay. There's another batch coming in here, but I think we should be able to fend them off. There's enough silicon there that it should be okay to fend off. This is not connected to power because... okay. I guess when the power nodes get rebuilt, sometimes they don't reconnect, which is very strange. What in the world is router language? Am I gonna... is that a setting here? Both have to mind Steam public host on your console. You can... wait, how many players can you... you get 32 players? That seems... excessive. In what scenario would I ever want 32... I guess if you're doing multiplayer. Wait, I can pixelate it. Hold on. Oh, is this the crunchy look you're looking for, Krusty? Is this the crunchy pixel vibe that you want? Oh my god, it's really crunchy. Holy cow, it's super crunchy. That's kind of a vibe, though. Actually, it looks kind of neat. Okay, let's rebuild everything. Let's rebuild all of our defenses. Not quite. Okay, anyways, it's a little too much for me right now. Let's just go back to normal look. It is quite nice, though. It is pretty. Okay, so we need to improve our defense. Guardian wave approaches in 5 waves. 28 enemies on this upcoming wave. Slap down a few more of these. See if we can get additional power lines hooked up here. Okay, where's the enemies coming in from? So if they're coming from the north, they get demolished by the arcs and hails. It's this bottom one that I really am struggling with. 480p. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, if I'm on 440p on your stream, on your streaming device, then yeah, it's a little hard to probably see what's happening. Is the power hooked up? Okay, I think I'm pretty sure I can just slap down a couple arcs and it would be enough to maybe at least get a bit of extra damage through. Just a little bit of extra, and then we can probably slap down a mender. I see them coming. Hopefully we'll be ready in time. Okay, so let's hook this in to the grid. Okay, the grid does use a decent amount of electricity, but it should be okay. It's enough for now. Interesting. Okay, so I'm forcing them to funnel into there, which is exactly what I want, and we survived. Okay. Not too bad. I think I have solved most of the... oh, jeez, look at that junk. We're actually making so much metaglass that I can't pump it out fast enough. Alright, let's get some coal power set up somewhere. I mean, there's water right over there, so I just need to find a way to hook that water in. How do I do this? Okay, so liquid routers, liquid junctions, bridge conduit. Okay, so what's the length of the bridge conduit? It's like 3 tiles, right? So, 3-tile bridge conduit. I don't think they'll attack it if I put it here. I think it's safe. And then I should be able to just run water. Like, there's a bunch of power here, right? At least, like, again, bare bones, just get something operating. And then a singular, let's see, thermal generator on hot locations. Steam generator needs at least, so it uses 1 coal every 1.5 seconds. So that's 1, so it's, what is that, 0.75 coal? No, wait, so if it's 1 point, okay, so 1 coal every 1.5 seconds. Okay, so probably this is not enough to feed it, but it should be okay for now. And then I should be able to just... but I need the mechanical... I don't think mechanical pumps require power, right? Okay. 7... Just dump it. Probably just dump it here, should be okay. Okay, so they do come in this direction too, because I've now opened it. So now they're gonna file in here, which is not what I want. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. So I now need to set up a secondary defensive line there if I want to have that as an option for power generation. But if I'm going to be generating this much power, it's probably okay to just slap down a couple more nodes here. Call it a day. Slap down a few arcs. They move in, they just get deleted. Let's also slam in the conduits that we need. And then we'll just build more walls. So yeah, we're going to build more walls to protect it. Don't worry. My solution is always apply more walls. Yeah. Actually, the way this is set up, I don't want them walking around. I want them to flow into like this central area where I can just gun them down. Alright, so there's our water. There's our steam generator. It's producing power. So that's exactly what we want. Perfect. Just hook it into the grid. There we go. We are net positive on power for now. Okay. As long as those things are doing their job, that's what I want to see. And then now that we have this set up here, we can just begin to slam out even more funny turrets. When in doubt, apply more turrets, and then should be more than enough to handle anything that comes our way. Oh, actually, they destroyed a lot. They even punched through the menders. I am horrified, but also quite impressed. I think what I need is more of these things. Okay, let's do that. Let's do... Anyways, I do highly recommend this game. I was actually kind of peeking through the Steam... what is it called? Automation Fest, if there's anything else I wanted. I know a game like Dyson Sphere Program has been suggested a few times, but the main reason I don't play games like that, even though I really enjoy Dyson Sphere Program and games of that ilk, is it becomes a bit of a nightmare for streaming because it's a very long burn game. And it does feel a little bit like a puzzle game at some times. I'm not sure if that's a thing people really want to watch all the time. Does that make sense? That's the reason why I've not really played such titles on stream. Even though I am very competent at those titles. Oh, I am out of copper. I ran out of copper. That's strange. Let's go back to home base and see if we can figure out why I've burned through all my copper supply. My guess is the mines were not enough. Where's the copper? Ah, yes, they're all the basic baby mines. Let's replace all of them with quality technology. So now we can maximize our dig speed. We could do laser drills because they're 3x3s, but I don't have titanium on the map, so that's the reason we're not. Perfect. Now you can see the inflow of all the minerals we need. At this point, we probably are just being bottlenecked by the belts, but we cannot get titanium belts because there's no titanium on this map. This map is bland and boring. Send in the next wave. I want to see if we can handle it. I hope we can. If I start seeing things are being destroyed, then we'll be concerned. Alright. How is this gonna fare? Let's find out, shall we? So this wave is coming in. They're gonna hit the bottom side of the wall here with most defenses set up. I probably will dismantle this tile here. I want them to try to go there. Oh, you're just blitzing through the maps, huh? Alright. 16 enemies remain. Okay, so they're primarily coming in on the bottom half. Got it. So at least I know where the enemies are primarily entering from, and they're coming in from here. The Hails are doing a really good job of just keeping them at bay. So what I need to do is at least improve the mending capabilities here. And probably we want to expand our domain defenses. I do need to use the restroom at some point. And there you go. That's essentially the core gameplay loop of this title. Fairly simple, right? You build, you defend, and you try not to die, and you rinse and repeat. And now we have to fight the Guardian, who is the big, angry, chunky boss boy. Question, I'm not sure where he spawned. Oh, there he is. He's at the top. Now, I'm kind of curious if we can hold our own against it. We have a lot of hails, which I also realize I can fit with... Okay, let me think. If I fit a hail with extra liquid, what actually happens? Increases fire rate. Okay, well, I don't need extra fire rate right now. So let's just let them come in and hopefully we have enough damage to output. I'm pretty sure our DPS is high enough that it just dies. But let's find out. I'm about to find out if that's true. Tempting fate's never a good idea. Okay. Tails are doing what they can. Guardian's has got a lot of HP still, but it's now getting shocked to death. Okay, so that's one Guardian down. Let's check on the bottom Guardian. This is the final wave, by the way. Okay. Cacophony of hails shooting at very minuscule targets. The Guardian is now the primary focus. And he got deleted. Alright, so we did it. We completed the map. I need to use the restroom. See how easy that was? So what you can do is you could try to, you know, make this better, but I don't care enough. I'm just here to complete each map one at a time and slowly but surely keep pushing onwards. For example, there is Overgrowth. I think we'll do this one because I want to show you what fighting an enemy base looks like. It's actually very interesting. However, let's just go in and you can see it. I don't have lead. I need more lead. Okay, I need more copper. We have to wait until we grind out copper on this tile because I forgot that's a requirement. You need a minimum amount of stuff for the game's allowing you to be like, okay, you can travel to the next tile. Congrats. Unfortunately, I may have used up most of the space in here. And it would be a little difficult to finagle it to let me have more space. Because you need a minimum amount of copper to, I guess, fly off. Alright, so I'm going to let this run for a second. I'm going to use the restroom. Oh, hold on. Hey, I forgot about this earlier. I did promise a game, so if you want a game, the code is... because I need to give these away. If no one wants it, that's fine too. Kayla can't win again, though. Let's call it... Silicon. Alright, Silicon for game raffle. I do not have the button to pin my own message. What is happening? Why can't I pin my own message? Hello? I give up. I give up. Yeah, I have a bunch of Steam game keys, Garm, so I'm just like, hey, anyone can enter if they want one. Alright, I need to use the restroom like I said earlier, but I cannot figure out how to pin this. I give up. I can't pin this. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright. We'll unpin it after 10 minutes. Okay. Got it. I'll be right back. It just came to my mind, but I was thinking about something earlier about like merchandise, and I mentioned this on Discord the other day. I was like, hey, what would people be interested in if I were to make some potential merchandise? And I think the most popular option, unironically, was like a desk mat or mouse pad type thing. And I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. So now I need to find someone that I can commission and be like, hey, can you draw like a playmat design instead of a mouse pad? It's like, you know, a desk-sized mouse pad, or you can use it as a playmat for if you play, you know, funny trading card games or things of that nature. Basically an option. There's a lot of maps on this. Let's go here. I want to go to Overgrowth. Threat high. Resources maximized. Go. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this. Welcome to Overgrowth. How can you join Discord? Oh, do I not have the... I don't have the link on YouTube, do I? Hold on. Alright, here's the link. Let me edit the YouTube. I need to start adding that to the YouTube video descriptors. It's something I've been meaning to do. I am just really forgetful. So let me do that. Discord. There we go. I am a professional streamer. Totally pro streamer. Trust in the experience, right? Alright, so welcome to Overgrowth. Fun fact. This. Wait. Have I been here? I think I've been here before. Wait a second. Yeah, no, this looks... Wait, I think I've been here before. This looks a lot like my handiwork. Oh, you know, maybe I've been here and I've never finished the map. Oh. Okay. I've definitely been here before. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I need to quickly... We need to quickly fill... We need to get titanium in real fast. Okay. Okay, we gotta get everything reset up again. Okay, so we need... I don't know, how do I prioritize something? I need to prioritize building this ASAP. But it doesn't want to build it. It's trying to build something else that doesn't matter. How do I make it build the titanium chain, please? Maybe the correct thing to do is I walk away? Because it's trying to... the issue that's happening right now is it's trying to build the titanium belts, but I don't have any titanium. The titanium belts need a single bit of standard belt to finish, but the game doesn't want to finish it either, which is also a little wacky and frustrating. So I'm trying to force the game to build the thing that actually matters and not the rest of this other nonsense. I definitely had something here. I was cooking something, but I guess I lost the map at some point. There we go. This is the campaign, yes. I'm trying to remember what I was doing in the campaign. So that's the main shenanigans right now. I had an unloader here for some reason. An air factory added... What did I have here? This is definitely my belt. This is definitely my designs, though. Like, the more I look at this, is absolutely my horrifying designs. Okay, so that's the titanium mines. This one is a... Let's not build that one there. Let's put this here for the time being. We'll fix that later. Okay, what does my defenses look like? So I have stacks of duos, arcs that are not connected to power. Same with lancers, so I need to fix the power grid now. What did I have here? Okay, so these are the super... These are, what are these? These are laser drills here. Okay. I think I'm remembering this. We'll do the raffle in about, like, 5 minutes. I think after I get everything set up. I usually do lancers, too, yeah. They've got a lot of titanium, though. This is at least set up. Oh my gosh, what was my defense like? What was I doing? I even had water and everything. I had everything set up here. I really want to know what I was doing. Because, okay, so the enemies are coming. They're sending one goober. The raffle is basically, because I have a bunch of, like, Steam game keys I need to give away, so it's like, hey, if you want a Steam game key, here's your chance to just win one of whatever I have sitting around. So this makes the phase fabric, right? Because this uses the pink resource whose name I'm forgetting now, which I probably need to dump into the core. And then... Alright, so that's a big thing that's coming after me that I don't have the defenses nearly to stop. That's probably why I stopped here. Tritium got it. Wow, I actually did have the resources to stop that, surprisingly enough. Alright, why is my titanium income super low? Okay, so I don't know what in the world happened here, but, what was I doing? Okay, so this is a router to distribute silicon, and there's an additive reconstructor that converts it or rebuilds units. Okay, so then I think this one is supposed to filter down to here, I think? And then the main issue is that these two resources are trying to both filter into there, so I think I used the router because the router is basically working. Okay, there we go. I think that's how I was trying to dump everything in here, so that works, kind of. So where else am I missing titanium? There should be titanium mines here, so I forgot to set up the remaining bits and pieces. So let's get that hooked up together. Coal, graphite, this is like graphite factory. Got it. This is still a bit of a mess. We'll have to fix that in a bit. We have thorium mines here with no defenses, but a bunch of menders. Probably would put a bunch of arcs here. We are producing power, but I don't even know where my own power plant is, which is also not a good thing to say. Okay, what in the world is actually coming after me? Okay, it's the suicide bombers. Fun. Thankfully, they'll ignore me there, and we can hopefully let the duos kill them. Okay, got it. I remember now. Maybe I should do a multiplayer run for this one day. I think it'd be kind of interesting to be like, hey, we haven't done anything multiplayer, community-centric in a while. It's time. It's time for the professor's multiplayer whatever adventure, and see how that pans out. Not today, though. Okay, so the titanium mines are being fixed. We have thorium flowing in slowly. The main issue is that there's not enough power to go through everything. So we need to figure out where my power is connected. So it's probably over here. If I hook this in, that's probably the other missing piece of the puzzle. Because that power is hooked up to these steam generators, and that's where all the actual power is. Okay. Come on. Come on, finish slapping it all together. There we go. Power flows through the network. Everything is rebuilt. So basically, the reason why this game's an RTS is that the enemies are infinite, actually. Until you can defeat the enemy base that will attempt to murder you. Just like that. So, we have to eventually... I like to slowly creep up there with, like, large-scale artillery turrets is usually I think my usual strategy is plop down a bunch of ripples and slowly snake my way over there. But ripples are expensive, and they do require graphite or silicon or plastinium as your ammunition of choice, neither of which we have easy access to right now, so that is a bit of a problem for our wacky-tacky adventuring shenanigans. So we need to find a way to... Oh, jeez, what is happening there? What just shot me? Oh, it was the Lancers. We need to put some arcs here. I've done a few arcs. Yes. I think a wall of arcs would be more than enough to deal with this, and we can put it down probably like another mender, 2 more menders. I'm trying to see, well, there was one other game, so the other games that I was also considering to play today was one I was also doing maybe more Kenshi. The other one, unironically, was, there's another factory game called Shapes, which has been on my radar for quite some time, and I was like, I could totally play a factory game where all you do is try to slap shapes together. It sounded stupid, but at the same time I was like, this sounds at least somewhat entertaining and interesting to me. I've heard Shapes is really good, which is why I considered. Hello there, now we Wokino. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I assume that's how it's pronounced. That's actually not hooked up to power, that's fine, let's get rid of that. Okay, so I need to figure out the ripple stratagem. So I can fire silicon, which we have a decent amount of silicon flowing in here. The main issue is sand isn't flowing in fast enough, so we can just slap down more pneumatic drills. There we go. Now, okay, got it. Gotcha. Oh, we didn't even have our metaglass factory flowing in, so now the metaglass factory's flowing in. There's no plastinium on this well, no, plastinium you have to manufacture, right? Plastinium compressor uses titanium plus oil to make plastinium, which we're not using right now, but it is a necessary component of the armored conveyor, which Lamau, I'm not going to bother with that. Just put a standard conveyor, call it a day. Perfect. There we go. And now we're making flying robots. All right. I don't know what these do. I think these are repair drones, although I'm not sure how to make them go where they need to go. Very in terms of not free, which is sad for you. I mean, that's fair. But also, you know, it's the Steam automation sale. I'm willing to spend money on games if I find them that, if I think it's worth it. But I also understand, hey, not everyone can afford video games. Video games are expensive. Painfully so. And I am incredibly aware of that. So worry not. Okay, so what if I kidnap... Okay, so if I need to make silicon so I can shoot the bad guys... Or graphite. Plastinium would also be funny. Oil is... Is there oil on the map? No, I think you have to convert the oil, right? Fluid mixer, plastinium compressor, disassembler, pyro. Okay, maybe not. Pyrotite mixer, we could make coal, lead, and sand makes pyrotite, which would also be a solution. Coal, lead, and sand is a lot, though, but there's no intermediate materials. It's just 3 raw materials. So there's, for example, coal. So if we can get our hands on coal, sand... So it's sand, coal... How much lead do I really... I think I actually do need the lead, surprise, and titanium. Oh, we actually don't have a lot of lead in the base. We are also on a bit of a soft time limit. The longer we take, stronger the enemy base becomes, and it becomes a bit harder and harder to finally get rid of them if you're just gonna keep delaying and delaying. So I am trying to be at least a little quick about my shenanigans here. Now, I don't recall, these don't need power, right? Well, they do need power. But they don't need... they don't need that much. You can just go like this, hook it into the main grid somehow. If I can figure out where the main grid is hooked into. Beautiful. Mindistry is free, yes. We're playing the paid Steam version because I have the paid Steam version. Okay, something happened here. Okay, I think they're sending in flyers now that are coming in from areas that we might not be able to defend against, which is a bit of a problem. Because now it's on fire. So that's our metaglass factory, which is now... oh, that's our silicon factory, which is now unusable. Oh, God. How do I make it stop? I think I need, I think this is where you need waves. I was not expecting to need waves to put out a fire, of all things. Water's a little far. Maybe I just let it burn. We'll just let it burn. It'll go away in due time, right? I hope. That's totally how it works. I'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, so we need to get the silicon. We need to start launching attacks. Yeah, so Ripple would get me... So I need graphite. Graphite is sand. No, it's coal. If I can find coal, we can just fling long-range attacks. That's why I have this set up here, because it prevents them from coming in this way, because the enemy's only flying from up there. Now we could navigate down here with that. Coal. I think that's how this works. Sorry if I'm, like, rambling, but I am trying to remember how half of these machines work. Multipress makes even more graphite. Silicon takes coal and sand, makes 1 silicon, 1/2 per second. So if you have enough, you can just use those to fire at the enemy. The range is not... so if I do break that out, though, the enemy has a reason to start firing or moving into that direction. What are the other siege turrets? I think... Oh, here. The foreshadow... Oh, God, I remember this thing. We can't wait, can we? Surge alloy? No, we can't make this. Right? Phase weaver to make phase fabric. So I don't seem to have the technology to manufacture... No, I can make surge alloy, wait. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember how this... Oh, right, we gotta do the raffle. Sorry, I've been putting it off for too long. Alright, let's see who wins your free video game. Congratulations to... Krusty, what you want? What you want? Let's see. You can have... Chivalry, Deep Rock Galactic... Let's see. There's a lot. I don't have a list. I'm just gonna ramble off names. When you hear one you like, let me know. So there's let's see. No, not Peak. Unless you mean Deep Rock Galactic. So there's Deep Rock Galactic. I have a key sitting for. Homeworld 3. Jagged Alliance 3, Against the Storm, Old World, Dark Tide, SpongeBob SquarePants Cosmic Shake. You want Dark Tide? Sure. Alright. Redeem this right away, because it expires in December 5. Let me find you on Discord real quick. Where are you on Discord? I know you... Let's see. Okay. Alright. Enjoy your funny video game. Enjoy Dark Tide. We'll do another raffle. We'll do the last raffle around 11, like in about 20-30 minutes. As I try to mentally figure this out, so I need to get... Actually, wait, there's a bunch of coal right here. I don't think those things shoot that far. So I could probably just set up the coal manufactory right here. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, hold on. After this way... Actually, though, in the middle of this wave, I'm sure it's still safe. Let's do it. I think we're just gonna do it like CQC construction shenanigans. We need silicon, which is just 2 items that are really easy to get. So let's do here, and then we'll do a manufactory for... coal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quickly slam it out. Thankfully, this game does have pause function, thank God, otherwise it'd be impossible to do half of the things in here. Especially now we have a lot of titanium sitting around. And then we need sand, so we can just go, thankfully, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is probably good enough. Probably add that one on top of it. There we go. And now with 2 builder bots, we should be able to quickly slap this through. Now we just need power. We can get a big power node. Look at that beautiful thing. Okay. So that is a bit of an issue, but we can slap down a few walls here to protect it, or at least distract it. There we go. God, I love watching that. It's so beautiful. Okay, so now we have the silicon. Now we can just put down the turrets, which are the Ripple. And these bad boys will just mostly bombard the enemy base into oblivion until they are dead. So we'll do exactly that. Let's put a distributor here, and these extra pots... Oh, actually, we're just in range. Interesting. Alright. Let's get some... I don't think these need power. Perfect. Let the violence begin. Large thorium walls are going to take some time, but this will be not too bad of an issue. As long as our own defenses hold, we can just keep bombarding them into oblivion. And... let's see. So the core is over here. We need to get... So I know that one of the things you can do in this game is like have your own army. How many keys for Deep Rock Galactic? 1. Do keep in mind that the giveaway I can only do on Twitch because I don't have the I don't have Nightbot set up for YouTube. That's really the main reason. I know it's unfair to YouTube viewers, but that's how I have to do it, unfortunately. I know it's very tragic. God, this is beautiful to behold. Okay, let's not put those here. Let's move the ripples a little closer. At some point, they can't really stop the ripples. Oh, actually, they have their own ripple. Interesting. It's the Battle of the Ripple. Okay, so their ripples are easier to access than my ripples. And, interesting. Bit of a problem for us. Okay. At least we can maybe bomb those into oblivion, but it's not even reaching. Alright, delete that. Need to figure something else out for that. What units do I have available? What can I manufacture, actually? So we can build ground units, naval units. You shove in graphite and lead, or silicon and lead, which we have when we can manufacture daggers and crawlers. Maybe we just make a bunch of daggers with lead. There's a bunch of lead on the map, so that is a feasible option, now that we have a bunch of silicon sitting around as well. This is struggling because these are not fast enough. Okay, let's also speed up these tiles, make them a little bit quicker. There we go. So we want to maximize this. We need more sand, is what I'm understanding, actually. So we'll put down a few more sand mines like this, and hopefully that will expedite our processes. There we go. This is what I was actually afraid of. So one of the biggest concerns is that I actually don't have a lot of defenses here yet, but we will need to start slapping down Lancer turrets because these are cool. I love Lancers. These are so fun. Does the map have water? Yes, there is actually water on this map. It's in a bunch of random locations, but for example, right around here you'll see some small bodies of water, which are being used to fuel our steam generators, which fuels the rest of this abominable base. The problem is that with their own ripple... Oh wait, I could just attack it myself. Maybe if I just get... What if I just get air units? Maybe we just go for air units and that will solve those problems? I'm in range of the ripples. It means that I could be attacked by the ripples too, so... We set up an air raid. We'll have to deal with the salvos though. So they actually have a decent amount of base... How do I build an air unit? What do I have? Air factories, flares, 15 silicon, perfect. Alright, problem solved. All the excess silicon that we have just turned into air units. I'm sure that'll be fine. Bing, bang, bong. Alright, make flares, make flares, make flares. We need power on this as well. Alright. I don't remember how any of this works. Quite honestly, like how this, how any of this, RTS mechanics work, but we're gonna figure it out. So each one can control 8 units? Okay, so how does it, do they just follow me, or how do I control them? Or do I need some kind of controller? Also put down solar panels, which do produce a flat amount of 78, so if I just have spare space sitting around, I can generate power. How much do I need? I'm in excess, that's fine. How do I control these? Payload conveyor, repair turret, payload router, additive reconstructor. Switch message. Okay, so switch can be read. Microprocessor, memory cell. Okay, so this is if you want to do logic with your units. Which I think means I should be able to do some... There's gotta be a way to do this. Hold on. If I put one of these here, what does this do? Oh god. Oh god. Don't think I want to do anything for that right now. I'm not in the mood for programming on stream. I do have one DRG key, but again, remember that it's a thing that I'll give away, and you're not guaranteed anything. I legitimately don't know how to select these units. I might need to look into that. Wow, that thing is just bypassing all of my stuff. Come on. Come on, my air unit. Oh, how do I control these things? Settings, controls. Chat, just don't care about it. Command mode, L shift. Okay, so L. Okay. It's like an RTS. Got it. Okay. Got it. So it's basically like an RTS. Okay. There we go. So now we've managed to kill off all these abominable things, kind of. They're still chasing it. Players shoot very slowly, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, so let's get these guys over here. Okay, got it. I understand how this works. I understand. So let's grab all these. Should be able to sneak over here and just shoot down that ripple over time. And then if we need to upgrade them, we can build an additive reconstructor, which does eat silicon and graphite and will allow you to convert flares into horizons. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of coal here. I mean, there's a bunch here, but we're using them for the graphite press. So we could maybe just kidnap that entire coal line for this, which seems excessive. On the other hand, they can just keep attacking these thorium blocks until those ripples eventually die, and then we can send in our own troops. Yeah, I think basically once those ripples die, the enemy's bases will start to implode, because they don't have enough long-range defenses to handle, and we can just cheese it. Perfect. I love cheese. Alright, send these guys in. Have them join in on the fun. Perfect. I guess I'm only allowed 8 units, which is really weird. Unless there's a way to increase my unit capacity? Launch batches of items selected sectors. Additive reconstructors. Multiple... Okay, so I don't think so. I don't remember the rest of the unit logic is the problem. And it's been so long since I've actually had to interact with it, I actually am forgetting how any of it works. Okay, perfect. So we win now. So what we're gonna do is we'll just put down a few ripples. Probably, I'd say hereabouts. Put down 1, 2, 3 routers, and then just hook this into the main grid. There we go. And now we let these things bunga bunga. Because the units do work in tandem. Basically, the ripples take out the ground, the anti-air defenses, and then the air units take out the in reverse. So it all works together. And the ripples are also just pretty dang powerful. It's kind of fun watching them just blow things up. Look at that. Perfect. And we'll just slowly snake our way up. Let's start slapping out the next batch of ripples. So we can go probably up to here is probably fine. And then we'll just need to, again, do the usual put down routers and hook it into the silicon grid that we have set up over here. Just like that. Perfect. Especially as these won't be as necessary in the near future. And we can actually just set everything on fire, so that's even funnier. And for even more fun and joy, let's put power nodes here and try to hook that in. I think we might have actually burnt down our own weapon systems. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Put a few Lancers and maybe a Parallax or two and call it a day. Parallaxes... Oh, Parallaxes do damage. For some reason I didn't know if Parallaxes did damage, but they do. Got it. Congratulations, this is how you win Mindistry. This is my way of winning Mindistry. It is a really dumb way of doing it, but for me it works, and I find it very funny. Perfect. If people are getting bored of this though, I don't mind switching to something else, just FYI. Just let me know if you think this is running its course. I'm trying to see if I can get to like the more super exciting maps, but I I'm starting to remember that my strategy for this game is incredibly boring and one-sided, so I can also see why people might get bored of this. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot I'm a boring factory player. I do boring strats that work, that are safe, instead of the funny go ham strats. Maybe just, there's no anti-air. Oh, yeah, there's anti-air, but there's no anti-ground remaining. Yeah, because these are all just random scrap tiles, and these things will eventually run out of resources, so I could just bait them out. Grab the next batch of, where's my funny planes? Grab these things. They can assist. Just like that. In fact, I could probably just have them go over here. What else can I use? I really want to use the foreshadow. I believe these things are like comically strong, if I recall correctly, but we just don't have the resources for it. Oof. Yes, Garm, hello. You like my planes? You found the place? What do you mean the place? Oh, for your colony? What have you decided is going to be your new home? Dismantle these. We don't need these ripples here anymore. If I could just park like a couple ripples here, the game solves itself. There we go. Perfect. The parallaxes are actually holding them down. They actually don't do nearly as much damage as I thought they would. Huh. Yeah, wow, those parallaxes are not nearly as strong as I thought they were. Put down a few more. I think as long as we have enough power to fuel all this, we should be okay. Okay. It's coastal, defensible, and a lot of highly fertile ground. Okay, is it like a lot of cliffs around it? Is that why you're saying it's defensible? Let's move this up here, so now we can hook into this stack of funny turrets. Okay, before that kills me, let's go 1, 2, router. Okay, gotcha. The cliffs is what's really gonna protect you. Are you enjoying the new DLC at least? I don't know how much of you've played, but it sounds like you're at least having fun. Let's put down a few turrets here. Pretty sure we can just slap down a couple lancers and parallaxes, and that should be enough. Or, yeah, slap down a bunch of these, and then hook that into the greater power grid. Just like that. You've survived 6 in-game years is pretty impressive. You should play with extended lifespans. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. Because you get to actually experience generational gameplay, which I think is something people don't often do in RimWorld. That's just my suggestion. I highly recommend it. I think it's cool. People say they do like 6x, but I don't have the patience to do, or like 10x, but that might be a little fast. Kind of depends on the experience you're seeking out, really. Whoops, I died again. Where is all my silicon going to? Oh, because I'm going to build more. Oh, my silicon factory got destroyed. Great. Let's add a few more. Add a few more mines here. Really maximize our coal maxing. Just like that, should be good. Perfect. I have no idea what's happening. There's like a thing here, a guardian, I guess, that's been running rampant. I didn't pay attention. I actually have been burning through a lot of graphite. That is concerning. I will let those bots do that. I need to figure out where my graphite is not coming in from. There it is. Hello, Bran K. How are you? Welcome, comrade on YouTube. Okay, so I'm actually unable to make more because if I put water, I guess the drills would go faster, right? I guess we'll just grab a bunch of water real quick. I should play this game on no pause. I think I could do this on no pause, honestly. Let's grab a bunch of this. Slap down a standard. This carries 16. Yes, do pulse conduits. Let's just see if we can put some water in these drills and maybe max out our coal output. I think that'd be ideal. It's cheap to do too. We just put down like a bunch of routers here. It's not the most efficient way of doing things, but whatever. liquid router here. And then let's see how much that's increasing it. Okay, it does actually increase it significantly. Yeah, perfect. Now we're maxing out. Okay, so let's go here. One here. Now we need to get a way to get inside there. There's at least a 2-spot there. And we'll also need to upgrade the conveyors so that it can accept the new amount of flow that's coming in. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay. So now the graphites are actually maxed out. I don't really want to make an extra big graphite press, so that's okay. Alright, how is our defenses holding here? Okay, that's fine. So what's left to destroy? So it's mostly anti-air units, and I guess whatever's over there, which are more or less out of resources as well. We could probably just circle them until it's completely emptied of munitions. Oh, actually no, they're connected to copper mines, so they'll never run out of ammo. Okay. Let's continue our magical adventure, moving northbound with a... God, I forgot these things don't reach that far, which is always a little annoying. Put a bridge conveyor here. Okay, and then we move the silicon up even further. Now, I can't build any further than this. So at some point, I will need to utilize other tools. 3. Oh, we might actually be a little slow for this. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna do router, router, router. The usual. Oh boy. Those, oh, that's actually really strong. Whoa, that actually ripped these things apart. Now I can't afford it because I don't have the graphite anymore. Well, hopefully we can destroy their core soon. This mission's taking a little longer than I was hoping. Produce we still have enough building damage. It seems like there's been a lot of changes since I last played. I do agree with that sentiment. It's a little strange to see. Also, I do not have a mender here. Let's put a mender. Maybe that can at least help strengthen the survivability of whatever I'm putting down here. Put up a couple titanium turrets. There we go. Bit by bit. And then once the AA is gone, we can probably just send in waves of air units to cause chaos or something. I don't know. Honestly, I should probably just build ground units. I feel like ground units are probably better than using these air units. Let's do that. Don't need these right now. Get rid of them. We'll keep the ground. We'll keep the air to the side, and let's replace it with ground factories. The only thing I didn't get to play when this game came, when I was used to play this, is I did not have access to the other stuff. Have a good night, Steve. Rest well. All right, we'll do one more game raffle, and like, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do the next one, and we'll just let it run for like 30 minutes. All right. The magic word is copper. Exclamation mark copper. So I'll pin that. Copper for game raffle. There you go. We'll let it run. We'll let this message stay for like 30 minutes. Support and daggers, T2 is enough. Okay. Well, we'll make daggers. Daggers is probably fine. Dagger, dagger, dagger. Oh, we need to... Oh, shoot. These need lead. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's a bunch of lead sitting literally right here. How oddly convenient is that? Okay. Make sure I have enough power for what I'm doing. I do not have nearly enough power for whatever it is I'm doing. That's why we're not able to succeed. Alright. Well, while we're letting that thing run rampant, let's figure out our power situation. First of all, there is ample room for additional power here. Absolutely. If we can get a bit more graphite, we can slap down another steam generator. Probably slap down one more on top of that, quite frankly. Because these do not use nearly as much resource as I thought they would. Just put like a router here, and let's do it over here. I want to make it nice and even. Alright. Power connected. Just need to put it into the grid. Perfect. I think this one actually was not in the grid earlier. That was really weird. We also need bigger batteries, probably. Okay. So, we are expanding. Now we need repairs, and we're gonna need... We need lead. That's right. We were trying to slap down lead here. You know what? Let's not use this. I don't want to burn through this our spare scant source of graphite. They're too slow. Wow, the repair bots, or what's too slow? There we go. Let's just do this real fast. Okay, perfect. So then I should be able to go back to my normal outfit. I don't know why I was on the Necrograd outfit. Okay. This is super inefficient. I know this is like really poorly designed, but trust me, I'm just trying to make it function. Okay, so that's gonna need router, and then I should be able to just go one. We'll do one more router. Your head out. Have a good night, Kahila. Rest well, comrade. All right, 1, 2, and 3. So it is eating it. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Holy cow, that sucks. Oh my gosh, my poor defenses. It's because they kept bombing it into oblivion and I wasn't able to stop it. Alright, what I should have done too, since I have spare resources, is just go here. Gosh, I just don't have the graphite. Put down a few scatters, because apparently these things can use lead. I completely forgot these actually can use lead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So you have a stack there that can defend against it. We'll wait until this thing solves itself. Because the main issue is I actually just am not producing that much graphite. This thing produces very little graphite, surprisingly. Now I actually have too much copper that I need better graphite production than whatever abomination I have here. So we'll just ignore that for now. I could probably make this more efficient. Let's just make it more efficient. Hold on. I hate looking at this because it's just like, it could be better. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I could make this better. Hello, son. How are you? Alright, I need a graphite press. Could make a multi-press, honestly. It's probably better. It just needs water, which thankfully we did pipe in some fresh hot water. I think there's just enough room for 3 of these. I think there's just enough room for 3 of these. Hold on. So I would need to... Well, first let's put a distributor. See if I can figure out how I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, I know how to do this. Okay, so if I do it like this, and then we're gonna do router. Oh. I have played this before, yes. But it was a very long time ago, and I did multiplayer with some friends, so I'm trying to remember how to play the game basically from scratch. Which sounds weird, I know, but it's true. So I can't have them touch because they're not armored, so this would hook in there, but now I need to hook the water in. But this design should let me hook in water like this. Okay, so then I can use conduit bridges like this. And then those would... Yeah, that's why I have a lot of tech unlocked. Yeah, in case you're wondering why I have a lot of tech unlocked, that's literally why. Okay, there we go. As long as we have the materials, perfect. So there's the water flowing in. I hope there's enough water. Okay, we may need a little bit more water. I have a bunch of Steam keys I need to hand out, so if you want a game, you can join the game raffle, and I'll make the bloody, what's the word? I'll give it out at the end of the stream. I don't know why I could not think of the word. Okay, so then I can hook these in here, delete that, and then hook this into the power grid, which we did expand slightly. Just 1, 2, and then go 1, 2, 3, and then that should be more than enough power. Just sort of die another game or something. No, trust me. If you want to queue up another game, listen, I will make an announcement if I'm ever playing a game where the goal is to kill people. That is not that frequent, trust me on that. Alright, so my attempted attack on their base has unfortunately failed. Because I do not have the defenses to stop them, so we are now in the I don't have enough graphite phase. Thankfully, I do have a lot of units here. I could probably just stand these fine fellows over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're all Vietnamese. I don't speak Vietnamese. I'm not Vietnamese, unfortunately. Just saying that. I know Vietnamese people. Also, I just realized I built these conduits incorrectly. No, not yet. I have to put some walls soon. I need the bridge conduits though, which is the problem. And the tragic part is I don't have graphite. This was my graphite farm, but now I don't have any graphite incoming. So I need to find another spot where I can quickly slap out some graphite and throw it in there. Into the core. Yeah, because the problem is I broke the graphite chain. Hold on. I think the best way to do this real quick, just for now, is let's quickly dismantle here, here, and here. And then let's slap down... Graphite press only requires the coal and nothing else. So we'll do it like this. Because this one's going to take a little bit to build anyway, so let's delete this. And then I should be able to go 1, 2, and that should produce... That should produce it. Let's get some bare bones. Okay. You just ate a meat bun and you're still hungry. One meat bun is usually not enough food. Quite frankly, if you're going to be eating food like that, you're going to need, like, extra meat buns. Don't just eat one. Eat, like, 3, 4, 5. Slap down more of these generic pumps. I don't want to spend resources on making fancier pump designs. I'm lazy. Okay, these at least are relatively cheap to make. Alright, and then these guys will defend with their lives. Actually, now that I have these, let's send these over here. I'm pretty sure they can just attack this and not die. That is unfortunately going to struggle because there's no defenses there, so that is going to delete all this, most likely. Until they get to the ripples here, and then the ripples will just delete them. Maybe. Some titanium blocks here to defend it too. I had blocks here defending it, but I guess it got destroyed. Thankfully, a couple lancers, more than enough. Alright, now that the graphite's fixing itself, let's double check. Okay, so why is this... So it doesn't have any water flowing in because we weren't able to build the bridge conduit. Because we don't have graphite. This one, I forgot to set the output for the graphite. Why can I not prioritize certain production items? There we go. Holy cow. It should not have been that difficult to produce graphite. Okay, this one's not producing anything because... Why? Because the router... Okay, because it's feeding it back into itself, right? It's like a weird incestuous relationship with some of these items. That's right. Okay. So the correct thing to do is... We need to delete both of these. And then... I need to go here. So we have to delete this for now. Router. Then it can feed in like that. And that should fix the bare bones minimum. You don't remember RimWorld being like this? Listen, it's RimWorld, but if factories. I normally don't struggle with graphite, I just kind of forgot like how routers operate in this game, so now I've managed to fix it. Now we're outputting graphite somewhat slowly. Honestly, I probably don't need the super fancy graphite factory. Like, the more I think about it, it's probably unnecessary. Probably better to just do this. Just copy-paste this like 3 times, call it a day. And then just put down the requisite number of materials. There we go. If Factorio met RimWorld, kind of. It's its own... You have to think of it as its own game. It's not exactly like RimWorld. It's much more RTS-y than it is more factory. And if you like that type of thing, then I think this is a good game for you. If you're not into that type of thing, then just... Well, I warned you. Right, at the very least, I warned you. Okay, so this one has a graphite that was stuck there. Okay, so there is that tile. That's what's messing it up. Perfect. So I figured out which tile was breaking it. So let's break those connections. Get the errant graphite. And now we have graphite flowing in. So now we just have to hook it in correctly. The main issue is not I'm producing so much graphite. This graphite belt might legitimately be too weak and will need additional correction. Just like that. It's not anything like RimWorld. Listen, anything can be like RimWorld if you're willing to let it be like RimWorld. Every game is a RimWorld if you want it to be. Moddable? RimWorld. Funny mechanics? RimWorld. People dying every 5 seconds? RimWorld. Well, they only die if you're bad at the game, but since I'm pretty bad at RimWorld, then yeah, they all die. Okay, we got graphite flowing in large quantities. We'll let that be. We can rebuild everything now that we have lots of graphite. Bit by bit, we have to rebuild everything. Where did my stack of troops go? Did they ever do anything, or did they just all die? I guess they all died. I have no idea what happened to them. This map is surprisingly difficult, I'm telling you. StarCraft RimWorld is actually a good way to describe it. That's actually true. Tell the service and the forces I'm talking about. Yeah, I am. That's true, Hi Lana. How are you doing? Can you tell when I'm talking badly about myself? It's true. Even when I play games like this, I'm still bad at them, even though I pretend like I'm good at them. What am I low on? Or this stuff just takes forever to rebuild? Where's my builder bots? I am not ready for Guardian. Let's quickly slap down more turrets here, and hopefully we can try to hold the line here. Oh, you know what I don't actually have here? I don't have menders. Surprisingly, I did not put a single mender here. Don't worry, Ray always threatens me that she's gonna beat me. It's true. Ray's always like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna cry, and then I'm gonna beat you. I don't know if she's here to hear me say that. No. I'm not eating any soup today, because tomorrow I'm getting hot pot with a friend. Because he came back from university, and he wanted to get hot pot to celebrate. So I was like, all right, let's get hot pot. I also owe him something, so I need to give him a thing. I have a death wish. I do have a death wish. It's okay. I'm allowed to have death wishes, though. Kind of. Alright, so where is that Guardian? Oh god, that's a chunk. That's 21 enemies. That is a conga line of death. I love hot pot. This is, like, obvious. Everyone who knows me knows that hot pot is one of my key consumption metrics. Alright, can we hold this, or are we gonna die? How much is it for hot pot? It depends. Hot pot that I consume at the shop that I like to go at, they've been increasing their prices slowly, but it used to be like $23 a person. Now it's like $26, $27 a person, which is kind of a lot. It is quite a bit. So, you know, keep that in. Why is this not connected? Oh, I just realized my batteries aren't connected to the network. That's super weird. Let's fix that. Okay, unfortunately we burned through all of our power. We did survive. Kind of. Good lord, with how much water, or with how many fires I'm constantly trying to put out, I legitimately think I should just put a wave turret. Just put like 2 wave turrets and just hook them with pipes or something. And that way they can just put out any of the fires, because holy cow, every time I turn around there's like another fire. Right, yeah. Where's the Guardian? I don't know where the Guardian went. I'm gonna feel like the American dollar's only getting weaker and weaker. It's not just that, it's there's inflation everywhere. Everything is being inflated. Alright, we live in a inflation, shrinkflation economy. Because I remember some of my friends who like to bake. What in God's name is that thing? I do not have those resources to deal with that thing. Oh, we're dead. I can't fight that. I cannot fight whatever that thing is. I think this is how I lost. I think this is how I lost the last time. I didn't have a solution to this. I'm pretty sure we're just dead here. It just walked over and then instantly deleted the base. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Let's go literally anywhere else. Let's see, we have like 40 minutes left. Should I keep playing this? I might end stream a little early. Let's do the raffle. Who's in the raffle right now? Alright, we got like a couple names. Alright. Today's gamer of the day, or gamer of the hour, this is the last giveaway, is... You already got a game, Krusty. It can't be you. I literally have it set so it can't be the same person twice. Congrats, Marksman. What do you want? I'll read it off again. Since Krusty took Dark Tide. You have choices. Your choices include Homeworld 3, the game that I streamed like an eternity ago. That was definitely a game. There's Jagged Alliance 3. There's Against the Storm. Old World. Remnant 2. SpongeBob SquarePants Cosmic Shake. What else we got here? Chivalry 2. WWE 2K23 for some reason. What else do I have? Bendy the Dark Revival. Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Greedfall, Wasteland 3. Hot Wheels Unleashed. Gas Station Simulator. Legion Tower Defense 2. Deep Rock Galactic. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Command & Conquer Remastered. Spellcaster University. Destroy All Humans. Mass Effect Anniversary Edition. Or Legendary Edition. Desperado 3. These are all legitimate keys I have from like Humble Bundle that I've never redeemed, so I'm like, I should probably start like giving these away. Otherwise they're gonna stay in my account forever and I'd feel kind of bad if they're just sitting there. So, did any of those sound interesting, Marksman? I don't have a list of them, unfortunately. I'm too lazy to make a list. Homeworld 3 I bought and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then I was like, wow, this is definitely one of the games of all time. I was like, oh, this is gonna be an awesome space RTS. And I'm like, oh, this is definitely a RTS. And that's the kindest words I'm gonna say about it. It was fine. But that plot, no, I have it on Humble Bundle, but I don't need the key. I've played Command & Conquer. Alright, I'm gonna give you the Deep Rock Galactic key, Marksman, on Discord. I can figure out which one you are. Okay, thankfully your name is easy to find too. Original MK, that's easy enough. And, alright, have fun with your Steam key. Enjoy your game. That was the last game giveaway for the night, because I don't think I want to do another one, but in the future, I'll try to make a list maybe, and then if people want games, hey, here's options. Or maybe I'll just actually, there's like random, like random winner, random game. Have I not done the craters? I definitely have done this map, right? I did. This is like the baby map, okay. So the Overgrown was the map that I messed up on. But yeah. Why do you want the horse girl stream so much? Why? Is it because every other streamer is playing the horse girl game? I know every streamer and their mother's playing horse girl game. I'm not gonna join the masses. I'm not going to, don't worry. Ray would also kill me for playing horse girl game, so when I mentioned the game to her, she's like, you better not play it. I was like, oh. Okay, hold on. What other things do I have? You want to see a CNC stream at some point? Maybe one day. I did get a few other games, though, added to my account recently, so I know I have Dredge, which was brought up a few times, like that fishing game, and then there's Pacific Drive, which also seemed kind of interesting as like some kind of survival spooky story game, but it's generally not my type of thing. Let's do one more quick map, I think. I want to do a quick mission that's not too bad. Let's go to the biomass. Let's go Windswept Islands. I think this is fine. Yes, it is a fantastic DLC. I highly recommend you buy the brand new RimWorld DLC. It is one of the best things I've ever played. Oh god. This map is... It's an island. Where's the enemies gonna come from? Probably from up here. Right? Somewhere over here is most likely. Yep, okay, so they're gonna drop in there. It's... What are they gonna spawn in? What are we thinking? My guess is that it's gonna be air units because of the water. Do they spawn in other... Oh no! Navy! Because there's a lot of water. It's probably naval units, right? That would make the most sense. I don't think I've actually encountered a naval unit yet. Hold on. Evo crawl. I don't think I've not encountered a naval unit. Do you want me to just play RimWorld for the last 30 minutes? Should I just switch to RimWorld for 30 minutes and we can just all gawk at my horrible colony? I wouldn't mind doing that. I feel like we lost a little bit. Let's end the night on RimWorld. End the night on RimWorld. Let's save this real quick. Let's switch to a bit of RimWorld for the finale. What level was I on? I don't remember what it was. It was like that was the overgrown. Let's now that RimWorld takes literally seconds to boot up, I think it's fantastic. I think I'm so happy RimWorld is just so snappy. Even with my comical mod list, it's just like, you know what? You're so right. You're so right, Oomphy. Let's get your game running. However, I do need to add one mod, which apparently is not updated for 1.6 yet. So that's unfortunate. All right. Oh, wait. Did this mod author die? Huh? Post Mindistry. Oh my god. I just saw it on his mod. You might have mentioned it, but I didn't associate like with what mod he made until I happened to open up yeah, I opened up replace stuff because I wanted to install replace stuff because of the overwall vent. But pick up and haul. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he passed away. That is tragic. I just opened up the mod page and everyone is, you know, doing like salute emojis. That's sad. That sucks. That's crazy. How fast this thing just boots. It's beautiful. All right, let's slam ourselves back in here for 30 minutes. We'll at least play for 30 minutes of RimWorld. This is the thing that everyone cares about. Do I just become a professional RimWorld streamer again? Do I go back to doing two days a week of RimWorld? Ignore the red arrows. It's totally fine. It's normal. That's normal. That's normal. All right, what are we at? Okay, what were we doing here? We have no power. Arani's about to refill it, so now we have power. Okay. We have nutrition. We were trying to build biofuel refining. We need metal. We have metal. All right, I remember everything now. Also turn on my TPS thing. Excellent. I start making mods. Listen, one day I'll make RimWorld mods. I feel like if I ever start making RimWorld mods, you'll look at my code and be like, how do you function as a human being? I look at my own Star Sector code and I'm like, I don't even know how half of this stuff works. Oh. Oh man, I don't know how I function sometimes as a human being. Rimworld, I think, is also just like the funny one. Alright, let's build the rest of this out. Okay, so what do we have? We have John Rimworld, who wields a musket and a hammer. He's the leader of the colony. Pretty good stuff otherwise. He is close to having a mental break, though, because he hates his barracks and he hates eating raw food, even though there is a giant stack of nutrient paste ready for him to consume. Perhaps if he would stop complaining and start eating nutrient paste, he would be a lot happier. Perhaps Drunken Wayfarer, for example, should eat nutrient paste and maybe get rid of this rabbit. There we go. See? All they gotta do is eat the paste. Okay. We are a paste-centric colony. I know some people have a lot of points. It's kind of crazy how many points some people have managed to acquire. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so this is the prison room here. So when we find friends we want to forcibly convert, this is where they're going to stay. We'll even give them a toilet, because I am not a savage. Alright, even prisoners deserve rights, including toilets. Okay? People are like, alright, time to join the queue, even though we don't have any pawns yet to join us. It's okay. We'll get pawns eventually. You might already be in the queue. Want to see the queue? Hold on, let's take a look. Let's go to the queue. All right, so the queue is 9 people. Magmar, you're already on here, as well as a whole bunch of other people. To your head. I love Dub's bad hygiene. I feel like it's always appropriate for pawns to have the need to pee, poo, and well, drink water is also tempting too, but it's not necessary. Washing themselves though, pretty handy. Okay, the thing is, we don't actually produce enough electricity for what we need. We barely do. So what I need is make chem fuel out of fecal sludge. Do this forever. It's kind of a management game. If you've never played this, it's called Rimworld. It's a colony simulator, story generator type thing. This is with the latest expansion and a whole bunch of mods. You can buy it on Steam, although it's like $30. I'm not sure if that's too expensive in Vietnamese currency, but I do recommend this game. Pepsin make music for this game? I'm not sure. Yeah, probably. I think it's the P. I think that's the P music mod, right? Pepsin. Okay, so this one I'm gonna do smelt metal from slag, do forever, and then that should get us material. Okay, so what else do we need to keep people happy? We're not growing any crops right now, which we probably should have been doing. Let's see. Let's grow some. Oh, you know, yeah, we need tea. Oh, wait, we have tea. We have psychoid. Let's just grow a bunch of crops. Potatoes, and I would say we probably need to get more psychoid. Now, can we actually manufacture psychoid tea? No, we need to learn how to do psychoid brewing. That'll be the next technology we unlock. And I probably want to move this generator over here. If my friend account, he has the game, I would recommend it. If your friend has it, play it. It is a game I stream basically once to twice a week. It's probably the stream most people enjoy watching here, and the thing I'm probably most known for doing anyways. Highly recommend the game. Yes, Magmar, feels such infinite chem fuel. It is. Legitimately, that's why I have it. Because, well, one, it actually is kind of cool. But two, yes, it is very handy to just let people like take all their fecal sludge and turn it into chem fuel to fuel our ship. It's very, very beautiful. Also because we're using chem fuel for like a bajillion other things, and that's kind of the other problem. We do need wood storage. I don't want to turn this room into just general storage, but I think at this point it probably will turn into general storage for the time being. It is very overpowered. I don't disagree with that. I forgot to install neat storage again. I think I was supposed to install neat storage, but I forgot. We'll have to do that next time. Trust me, we're only doing Rimworld for like 30 minutes anyways. We'll do Rimworld more on the morrow. Actually, what I should do, because you're reminding me about this, I should probably just make a shelf and just store copious amounts of poop here. There we go. Now we know where it's going. Yeah, but taking care of boomalopes in space, you know, that's it's a whole nother thing you gotta worry about there, Ranu. What if I don't want to worry about that? What am I missing right now? Okay, so Garm is taking all the slag, turning it into parts. Fantastic. Let's also set this to very limited ingredient range. I don't want you running too far. Okay, so X layer research is at 70%, and it's slow because why? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, we need more linkables. We need more furniture. We need more pawns. I'm lost. Yeah, we are lost. Why do you think we're wandering about trying to get closer to the ancient stockpile so I can get myself a grav core? You're right, we're lost. I'm not even gonna deny that. We are absolutely lost. Also, our food larder is microscopic. I think I can get rid of this tile, and I can put another food basket there. Yeah, perfect. So I can do that at the bare minimum to at least give us a little bit of extra food storage. So as long as we can just keep everyone happy. Which... How do I make this barracks a little better? Let's have you clean this. I need a pawn to dedicate to cleaning. You know what else I think would keep him happy? Proper flooring. Let's give them... Let's see, what adds beauty? I guess steel tiles would make the most sense. Find transparent tiles to see underneath you. Ironwood has 1 beauty. Actually, wait, can I actually see what's going on here? It's because the wealth. It's not wealthy enough in that room. They need more wealth in there. Your love skills. Yes, you can throw your points at skill increases and what other the other thing was called? You can also try to gamble your passion increases. All right, let's learn how to make psychoid tea, because that's apparently the solution to keeping everyone happy is psychoid tea. Perfect. We also should probably add a shower at some point. That would probably be a good thing to keep everyone happy. We do not produce enough fuel or power for everything, though. I think what I have to do is I'm going to put 2 chem fuel generators there. I'm going to move this generator out from here. I'd prefer if it's in one spot. We probably actually have enough wood to justify wood generators instead. Yeah, let's do wood generators so we can save our chem fuel. Yes, Twitch Toolkit. Yes, in the early era of me streaming this game, I had so much Twitch Toolkit. Remember when Ranu would make super pawn and Marksman would make super pawns by having Ultra Tech, Archotech body parts because I didn't restrict them, and then eventually I started restricting things bit by bit until they could no one could cheese their way through everything. That's right, we eventually did that because I felt it was necessary for the fairness of the game, and that's how we came to be to where we're at. That's right, eat your paste, John. Enjoy your paste. One of your current giving us says because she's outside too long thanks to ID Legend. She said, what, does she hate being outdoors? Does she just hate being outside? Let's get this power set up. There we go. Now we have that power. Oh, what are we short on? Components, I think, is what we're short on now, right? So we need to make sure we dig out every single component we can find, as well as grab all the metal we can. We have 3 grav-type panels, which is not nearly enough to do what we need. A Manhunter pack of swans. Oh god. Every time, it's always the flying birds that come for us. I am so... listen. You don't understand. Before, I'm like, oh, it's just a manhunting pack. Now, if I see manhunting pack and I see bird, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. So, yeah. It's concerning. Alright, I'm gonna have Garm shoot the birds. I'm gonna go bird hunting. Good luck. Again, that is a... Look at how fast it flaps. Oh, are you missing? I guess we'll hold the door. You don't want to go out there, John Rimworld, unless you want to die. Okay, so let's keep baiting them in and out. All right, there we go. Right, you're taking a couple shots, but everyone's shooting behind you, so it's fine. It is a very fast bird. It's kind of spooky. There we go. Still 4 more. Cast Fireball, cast Chain Link, cast Bolt. You want to... Oh! Are you using Psycast Expanded? See, that's the thing. I have never played with Psycast Expanded. Because it is, for lack of a better term, antithetical to how I perceive RimWorld. But I also don't mind if people like playing it. Like, don't ever let me tell you, like, you should not play this game this way. I'm just weirdly peculiar about some of the games that I play. I've heard some interesting things about it, though. Like, the whole magic system is pretty interesting and pretty deep as far as I've been told. Let's put this over here. Corpses that are not... just do all of them that are not colonist corpses. We don't have shotguns. We don't even have a machining table yet. However, we can make one now. I also just realized that this is not hooked into any power source yet, so I am basically creating power but not actually utilizing it. Let's fix that. Otherwise, what's the point? Tuck this in like this, and we'll need to join the networks together. Okay, that should not take that long. Garm is being tended to. Garm's okay. Arani's a fast builder. Even though graphics still show buckshot. Oh, in vanilla? Is that how that works? I don't know how shotguns work in vanilla, so... You know what we should probably do? We should probably add another one of these. There's not really a lot of room for one of these, though. I don't want the honey, though. It's in the way. Okay, Arani, I need you to consume that honey. Just get it out of there. Perfect. Okay, consume that last one, too. Eat it. And then let's start hauling these corpses out here. I don't want these corpses in the way. They're blocking everything and making it stinky. There we go. What kind of event shall we have? Are we gonna have something nice happen, or is it gonna be pain and suffering? A visitor is approaching the colony. A drifter named Manuel Grit Romanov. Well, Manuel Grit Romanov, let's talk to you real quick. X-Slayer will talk to you. Let's see what he's got to say, shall we? What does Manuel Grit Romanov have to say? Let's see. He's asking to join for a while until he's recovered his strength. He's got healing powers. Sure, come on in. All right, Grit. Who wants to be Grit? Actually, wait, we're just gonna sign this randomly, right? All right. Here's our next pawn. His name's Grit. His actual name is... We'll pick someone that's chatted at least today. That's usually my policy. As long as they've said something today, it's fine. Alright, congrats, Magmar. You get a pawn. You are a... unknown person with an unknown background. You're kind, though psychically dull, a cannibal, nervous, and super immune. You have no combat capability, but you're pretty good at crafting and with animals. It's things that people find very, very wonderful in what some people can do. We don't know what your real backstory is. You haven't told us yet, but we'll find out in due time. Yes, it basically means you're from Anomaly. You're an anomaly pawn. Alright, let's put one of these things in there. Oh, and a man in black has joined us. Cool. This one is a... Who is this own, actually? The man in black named Theodore Seraphimus is actually named... Well, Immortal was here earlier, right? Alright, Marksman, you can have it. I did promise you'll be gone again now. Alright, well, hopefully you join us again. My normal schedule for the YouTube people is Monday through Thursday. Keep that in mind. Alright, you are a man in black. 12 shooting, 9 melee, 10 social. Pretty good. Have a good night for those who are leaving on the YouTube side. Just remember, my schedule, Monday through Thursday. Rebel Slave. Okay, so you're a Rebel Slave, group to be a combat negotiator, shooting 12, Night Owl, aesthetic, trigger happy, Blade Whisperer. That's the third Blade Whisperer we've seen. What is up with all these Blade Whisperers? What is your sword? What does your sword tell you? Proxemic. Upon landing a hit with this weapon, it has a chance to randomly teleport the target to a nearby area. Fantastic. That seems a little excessive. Your weapons have some strange powers that I'm vaguely concerned about, but I guess we won't worry about it for now. Hopefully we can get we gotta build another bedroom. We don't have enough beds, actually. We don't have enough bed space. I was gonna do more Rimworld on Monday, but I got kind of tired of playing Mindistry, so I figured 30 minutes of Rimworld is fine. I do not speak Cyrillic, Sharon. I'm gonna double check what in the world this says, because I need to find out. Translate, Google. Not real, where's the factory? Oh, we were playing Mindistry earlier. Hold on. We stopped playing Mindistry for the night. Here, I'm gonna use Google TTS.
Prestali smo da se igramo Mindustrie za tu noć.
Apparently that's Serbian, so I don't know if that's correct. The power that Google has to at least let me communicate some bare bones information to other people is funny. That still doesn't work. I'm sorry, Magmar. That mod has not been updated yet. I'm gonna have to disable that that redeem for some time. I'll reduce it. I'll disable it in a bit. Too lazy to do it right now because obviously we're in the middle of stream. Why is there? Oh, is this? It's not hooked up yet. Where's Arani? Arani, build this. I need this now. Come on. There we go. Now we have power. Kind of. Alright, come on. What's the main issue? So X-Slayer is gonna have a mental breakdown because he's hungry. Oh, you know why? There we go. Because I realized that they can't get nutrient paste if there's no... Got it. Got it. He couldn't get nutrient paste. Okay. Okay, so these are the most critical spots to dump food in, which means X-Slayer can now come over here, fill the hopper, and then eat out of the hopper. Okay. Fantastic. If you're wondering where to do commands, it's on Twitch, because there is no YouTube toolkit for this, unfortunately. Mad Guinea Pig is attacking who? Probably Arani. Everything seems to generally hunger after Arani. Distress signal, threat, offer everything to camp. It's the flesh wall mission. I don't really want to deal with that. Pretty sure Arani has the power to kill a guinea pig, right? Please shoot this guinea pig. Oh my gosh, you're actually unable to hit this guinea pig. I am honestly surprised. Cool. Free dinner. Perfect. So far, so good. Like, the main issue is there's just not enough room for beds. And we need all the other space we can have for production, which is the only reason I'm not expanding beyond this. Now, we can also put down a machining table now, so that's available to us, as well as a tool cabinet to at least expedite any and all production that we are in the middle of. Don't really need much in the way of the kitchen. I would please ask that you speak in English if possible. Okay, so we should at least grab this as well. Because this, we need more components and we're actually running out. We're not going to stay in this tile forever. Like, we're just staying here long enough to maybe get through one cycle of crops. Although, I don't know if we'll be able to get through the crops the whole time. And then we'll leave and continue on our magical journey. Ah, Magmar's having dark visions because eating raw food makes people sad. Sounds about right. Let's eat this one raw rice. And then that way Garm can fill that in. Garm is now sad. We still can't cook the funny teas. We haven't finished researching Psychoid Brewing. And we don't have much of the way in entertainment. You know what we should do? Hold on. We can add a martial arts target, actually. So pawns can maybe just beat something up to lighten up their stress. Yeah, here's a martial arts target. I don't know. Go beat it up. You'll get stronger. When did X-Slayer go down? What happened to you? Oh, he went to the insects. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. X-Slayer walked towards the insects and then got downed. Let's go rescue him. How are you doing, Immortal? Are you quickly traded with this guy? Maybe he's got something. What is the issue with the Dub's bad hygiene changes? What is the ominous thing? Have a good day, Bran. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your lunch. I don't think I want any of this, actually. The components are tempting, but it's not really worth it. That's fine. Alright, Ronnie, you need to carry the poor guy. Okay, he's alive. Okay, he's up just enough. Okay, 10 to his injuries now. We're all gonna stand here in case the bugs come too close. Okay, X-Slayer should be fine after a couple... Orbital locations no longer generate a water map, and now you need a specialized expressive sense to dispose of and get water in space. I mean, that makes sense, right? I feel like that makes the most sense for... I'm trying to turn around, there's more of these. Oh, that's all angry horde of porcupines. 10 of them, angry. Alright, we gotta run back to the base. Alright. Because we gotta protect Magmar. X-Slayer, unfortunately, moving at the speed of nothing. Hopefully X-Slayer... Okay, no. Everyone defend. We hold our own. We protect our own here. If we have to fight against the guinea pigs this way, we'll do it. Alright, kill them. Kill all the porcupines. Let the hail of gunfire strike these foul, spiky demons. Oh, they went for him. Alright, just tend to him. Just tend to him, he'll be fine. Yeah, space should be difficult. So what do you now? So is it just rolled into another like building, like life support system for the water in space, or how does that work now? I am gonna have to take a look, but I am kind of curious how that works now. Rescue you. Did you lose coins? You shouldn't have lost coins. Yeah, unfortunately, he got ripped apart by bugs and other things, so it's not been a fun time for the poor fella. Okay, I really wish there was like a larger hopper though. I don't know why these hoppers are so small they can only carry like one stack of food. Need more hoppers. At the very least, we can store copious amounts of potatoes. I'm gonna kill this hare. We don't need this. Kill it. That's fresh meat. We also don't have enough bed space, I just realized too. Maybe I quickly create a... You know what? I have an idea. Right. Temporary solution is this room will become a meta... I assume one pawn at all times is going to be on the ground injured. So we can quickly requisition this small space as some kind of medical room. Has no water source. You can't even do... Oh. Oh, gotcha. Okay, wait, so do I owe Magmar coins for a broken command? Oh, is that what's happening? Is Magmar supposed to have more coins? I guess is visiting that I don't really care about. Magmar's mental state is not that good. Garm's is questionable, but it should be okay in a bit. Okay, how much do I owe you? 10k? Alright, there you go. Oh, is it 11? Oh, shoot. Fixing water and building some ice. I mean, I feel like making the ice mining makes the most sense, because how are you gonna get water in space other than recycling the water, right? That's actual problems that spacefarers have to deal with on a regular basis, so I kind of get it. Let's grab X-Slayer. Okay, I can't move the poor guy. All right, well, at least we have a medical bed. Being raided by a group of tribesmen from the Guskaus kinship. They'll prepare for a while, then attack preemptively. 4 of them, ready to strike at us. Well, little did they know, they have chosen death. They've chosen their own end. Alright, let's, get ready for that. And I don't know why my power is all scattered around the place. We are not producing enough power. 3 wood-fired generators is not enough. Turn off the smithy for now. I guess these are buildings we'll just have to flicker on and off as we actually use them. I think that's the best way to do it. Annoying as it is, I wish these buildings would only consume power if you're actively using it, but whatever. Get ready for the tribesmen. Alright, they're beginning their assault now. Let's get everyone ready. Slayer probably needs to chill. Everyone else, let's get ready to fight. It's a bunch of people with with sticks. Except they got attacked by the insects, and they've immediately given up. Cool. The insects give and the insects taketh. You can't buy items. I feel like I have to explain this every single time. Yeah, you're not allowed to buy items in any of these runs anymore. You used to, but just wasn't worth it anymore. Okay, now that we have a machine kill, what can I actually manufacture? I mean, helmets are tempting. Fragmentation grenades are also a valid option for some of our pawns. Nothing there. I need the teas. We need the psychoid teas like ASAP. Okay, so let's find a ritual spot while we're at it too. Because this is turning into like a storage room, which I didn't want it to be a storage room, but I don't think I can make it anything else. I have a small idea though. Let's move the psychoid teas over here. Let's extend this one out 1 tile and put a door. I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is compartmentalize the colony and see how it pans out. Thank you for the follow subscription, Dustpan. I think you sounds like you follow on YouTube now. Welcome aboard. The wrong, you're not a fan of most maid outfit mods, quite literally Alanas are the only ones you use. I don't see anything wrong with that. A lot of maid outfit mods are basically like anime maid outfit mods rather than like sci-fi made outfit mods, which is kind of just depends what you're looking for, right? What is the experience that you want? Okay, so now we moved all the funny tea leaves over there. We've already smelted all this oh my gosh, this smelter uses so much power. All right, let's turn this off. This is the real power eater. Let's turn that thing off, please. Did not realize that used that much. Smelter literally just ate all of my... It's just literally a electricity guzzler. It's the kindest way I'm going to describe it. It's the kindest way I can describe it. How much longer until we're allowed to fly out? Oh, we can leave again. Yeah, I think we should wait for at least 1 potato cycle, and then we can continue our adventure. We do need the potatoes. I guess realistically we could also just survive on killing animals for food, but it's a bit more of a mess. In fact, yeah, we need to get another researcher. Who can research? Frozen Terraformer. The area around is dangerously low temperatures, be prepared for cold weather and a long stay. Interesting. Where would that one be located? Oh, that's a really far distance. Okay. So I could add... I'm gonna need that grav light. I need that grav field extender. That's what I really need. So the thruster increases the range. So maybe I just add additional thrusters to this. Yeah, I think we just need to add additional thrusters and we should be okay. I haven't had a chance to get rid of those rocks, that's why. Let's I'm just gonna move the shelves here. I have an idea how I want to set this up. Move the shelves over here. I forgot I can just add thrusters. That seems like a pretty important detail. Okay, so then I need to get rid of this tile and this tile. And then we can add in brand new thrusters. All right, now with this, our range actually goes up by a decent amount and we're not stuck here. We were previously just like mini hopping. Now we can really travel. Also, chat these guys up. Well, the thing is too that there's spacer technology, right? That's really the main thing. Oh, the advanced components, but I don't have anything to sell them. I'll sell them the ironwood for a little bit of steel. I would wish I could get the advanced components in plasteel, but it's too hard to justify that cost. So unfortunately, I will not. At least Arani can slap these things out. This is nice. No, we don't sell our own. We keep our own. We keep our own healthy and happy. Alright? I will not sell our own friends. I definitely need the other storage mod. Small shelf, we'll put medicine in here. Medicine is the highest priority location right there. Okay, and we should probably get rid of the rocks too. Let's get the chunks out because it just eats up space. So dumping zone, clear all chunks that we don't need. That way we can finally haul these stupid things out of here. See? I think this ship is going well. Before we end the night, I probably should just move to another tile. I don't think it's really worth... we got a lot of the steel, didn't we? Maybe we stick around for a bit longer. Powerless slows down, longer range windows. I don't know. You can think of it as a side grade if you want to use Alana stuff or an upgrade. It depends how you want to interpret it. It's the same thing with using things like, you know, DMS or Vanilla Expanded. It's just to add more options to your game. You are not required to partake in it, but it is options. All right. I actually want to see if how far we're allowed to go now. It doesn't tell me how far I'm allowed to go, am I? I'm gonna save real fast. I just want to see how far I'm allowed to fly. Yeah, let's, we're not gonna... Oh, here we go. So we're just out of range of the ancient stockpile. I rebalance the Charter Monster the Cottage in the vanilla game. All about you said 1.6. I can't believe 1.6 just destroyed any semblance of game balance in my single player colony simulator. I'm sorry. Am I wrong for laughing? I don't like. Okay, balance is one thing. I don't think it matters that much in this. And I know Alana puts together like a massive tons of patch notes. In fact, I think Alana's like the only one I see that produces change notes and puts it on Steam. I actually look at those because I'm always interested, like, what changed? Why is this updated? And everyone's just like, bug fix or update. It's like, listen, tell me. And then it's like, oh, you're telling me eccentric fusion power now has the mini donut? Why, thank you for giving me access to a mini donut. Stuff like that is very fun and enjoyable. Anyways, I think that's a good way to close the week and this set of streams for this magical adventure for now. So basically what I'm trying to say is we will resume RimWorld on Monday. Hi, Ithiana. You are catching me literally at the tail end of stream because it is late and I must go say goodnight to my wife before she passes out completely and refuses to wake up. So, I rated say yesterday... Let's raid Isen. Isen the Vampire. Alright. Say hi to Isen. The poor lad is stuck in Factorio hell, and he's gonna keep playing Factorio for an unholy amount of time. He's been at it for like 5.5 hours. This man is not gonna stop. Good night. We'll resume RimWorld Monday. We will probably do a double RimWorld next week again, Monday, Tuesday, because I really want to play more of this DLC, because I actually am having so much fun just traveling around and maybe trying to expand the ship. So we'll do a double RimWorld next week as well. We will likely still not do Star Sector next week. I think I'm gonna push that off just a little bit. One more week should be fine, and then maybe we'll consider coming back to it. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know Mindistry wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but I wanted to at least try something a little different, put some variety back in, instead of the usual RimWorld something Star Sector. I wanted to, like, okay, let's get back to doing some variety stuff. But we'll pick some other stuff next time too. I know some people miss the map painters. I know it's not really a common thing for the super active chatters, but there was like a small audience of people who really enjoyed map painters, so I might consider doing one next week. Probably Hoi 4. We're not doing XCOM 2 ever again. I literally uninstalled it. We're never touching that again. That campaign took half a year on stream. We're not doing it again. Okay, good night. Say hi to Isin. Enjoy your weekend, comrades. I am off to eat some hot pot on the morrow. Pog.